Tony is like, अरे यार तूने बहुत अच्छा audition किया यार, अरे you're too good यार.
मैडम मून लोगों को डांस करना है.
Because I'm impressed with this person, you know.
He comes to me and he says, you were dancing so well, you know, you were so good and and can I click you?
एक किसी ने दिया चमाट और उस पे लिखा हुआ था failure.
So guys, I'm super elated about today's episode. आज के एपिसोड में मेरा बहुत स्पेशल फ्रेंड आया है. मैं उनको कैसे डिस्क्राइब कर सकती हूँ? I mean, how do I put it together? Either should I say he's a great father, or a very good actor, or a very good photographer, or a great biker, and a fitness freak. I leave it up to y'all. Go watch this episode now. And I must tell you, this is his first video podcast ever. This one's exclusive. So guys, welcome back to our show. And today we have with us someone very, very, very dear to me. He's been a friend to me for more than a decade now, for sure. Before I introduce you to him, I must tell you, he is a fitness freak, he is a biker, he is a photographer, and he's one of my favorite actor. He's actually a hidden gem in the industry. I keep telling him that why aren't you out there showing the real you? Because he's such a lovely, warm, amazing person. I have had the privilege to be around, chill with him. And having said that, let me also tell you that it's not like there are few friends you don't end up meeting them every day, but it feels whenever you meet them, they are just where you stop, that's where you pick up from. And that's how it's been with him. He is my very, very, very dear friend. Here we have Aamir Dalvi.
Oh, sorry, I'm so sorry.
Oh yeah, I wish I could do that. But
Thank you so much. No, seriously, but yeah, thanks a lot. Thanks for having me. And like Ankkitha said, she's an old friend, very dear friend, someone who you don't meet regularly, you don't interact with regularly, but whenever you connect with that person, you start off again from there.
Absolutely. But you know, today, like always, you're looking so cool. Where do you get your all of this styling sense and all of this coolness from? You're always well dressed.
Linking Road.
Shut up.
Bhendi Bazaar and sometimes Chor Bazaar.
Shut up. Tell us, where do you get your styling sense? Because it's always cool. And I'll tell you something, there are times when girls end up borrowing clothes from you. आपको भी पता है ना, मैंने आपके कितने कपड़े ऐसे.
Yeah, like at my photo shoots always, I'll tell them, acha, you know, I have this jacket, or I have this shirt, or I have these pair of pants. Will you just wear them and give me a shot? And those usually turn out to be the best styled shots. Where do I get it from? Honestly, I never knew how it ever happened to me. There was a time in my life where I used to be, you know, because I've always been associated with TV. TV shows are 20 days in a month you're shooting. So the only time you're wearing your actual clothes are when you're traveling from home to set and then back. So that's 45 minutes, an hour. So suddenly a trend comes, or a culture, whatever you call it, comes into you where you're like, अरे shoot पे जाके change तो करना है. So you'll wear track pants, you'll wear flip flops down below, you'll wear t-shirts, and you'll go because you're least bothered. वहाँ जाके you have to be in character clothes. And suddenly one day it hit me because there was a phase in my life where I had to give up acting and work for a call center. And that's where I had to dress up every day and go to office. And I loved that.
You telling me you were in a call center?
Yeah. 4 years almost.
What do you say?
That story is later. So I realized, and I was at JP Morgan, I was at 3 Global, which is the telecom company. And there at JP, your attire you had to be like casuals, formals.
Right.
Monday to Friday, and then Saturday, Sunday, you could be in semi-formals, smart casual kind of stuff. That's when I realized that it actually makes you feel very good, you know. So after that, when I got back to acting again and I started work, I made a conscious effort that actually this is my work front. That's where I'm going to. Agar kal meri dukaan hoti and I would be going to a shop or a restaurant or a business setup, whatever, I would dress up in a certain way. I would just not wear a t-shirt and track pants below and flip flops down and go and sit over there, which is not right.
Right.
Because it's presentation. At the end of the day, if I have a store and they see somebody who's very well dressed, they'll feel like coming in and buying my products.
I've always adored your style.
Thank
I
you.
must tell you today. He's always so coolly dressed, and he'll always be like, he's got this attire and this swag and this coolness about him. And the way you carry your clothes, I just love it.
I always loved the idea of looking good. And I think we all humans, if we get compliments, they are always...
Like, I'm a jalli.
Huh?
I'm a full jalli. I wake up and trust me, like I just need to brush my teeth. I don't even sometimes take shower. It's fine, guys. It's fine. I take shower in the night. It's fine. But then I'll just brush my teeth. I'll wear some rubbish. So, my team, they've been seeing me otherwise. And then they see me at the podcast wearing all of this. And when they see me otherwise, we're having these meetings. I'm the worst looking person amongst them. I'm wearing some shady clothes and they'll be like, "Aap gym ja rahe ho ki aa rahe ho? Aap kahan se?" You were telling me that you started with call center. What is
I didn't start. So my career started 99. I got my first show and it was a show with Sudhir Mishra. It was his concept. It was his direction for the first almost 65 episodes. It was a daily soap. Nimbus used to be a big production house at one point of time. They still are, sorry. That time they were big as in TV producing content. So I got and I had a typical filmy story. Went with a friend who's still a very dear friend. Went for an audition for him. There was somebody from casting saw me. They said, "You'll also audition." I auditioned. I got the part. He didn't get the part. Very filmy. I don't mention it because I find it as "Arey yaar ye
No,
बाकियों की
that's
कहानी
not always the case.
चिपका रहा है हाँ so I started with that. Then I did few other shows. So almost 2.5 years I worked, and then there suddenly came in a phase in my life where all the work just disappeared. And the thing is, when you're starting off new, you don't know how to deal, negotiate. You don't know anything about the industry. Our industry is such, it's very seasonal. Like I call myself a mango vendor. कि आप है ना अप्रैल मई में बहुत धंधा करोगे क्योंकि आपके पूरा जो आम की वो है वो आएगी सप्लाई. यू विल सेल दैट फॉर 2 months. उसके बाद बारिश है, फिर बारिश से लेके अगले अप्रैल मई में जब फसल आएगी उस वक्त आपको पैसे मिलने वाले हैं. So you have to invest and save very smartly. So I call myself Aam mango vendor. So I did not know how to save, what to do, and then suddenly all the money got over after a point of time. My phone was not ringing. I was not getting calls. Fortunately, had some friends who were very supportive. So they said, "Yeah, listen, dude, you're educated. You got a degree. You speak well. Why don't you get into customer service? And call centers are really booming these days. They are paying you well, and you'll start off with a good salary. And the training is, I think, around. It depends from anything from 45 days to 2.5 months, depending on what company you've enrolled in, how extensive. Yeah, they pay you for training also. That's the best part. So I said, हाँ यार. So one friend said, हाँ कर ले यार, 2-2.5 महीने में तो देखो कुछ ना कुछ शो तो मिल जाएगा. अच्छा ना चल देखते हैं करते हैं. That went on for almost 3.5 years. And it came to a point where I was, यार अब मैं इसी में करियर बना लूँगा. Probably I was not cut out to be an actor. And then you keep thinking about your past events that have happened with you career wise, and then you feel that, yeah, actually probably I'm not cut out for it. Probably. Because people used to tell me, and I couldn't understand that because बहुत लोगों का होता था कि यार तुम्हारा ना वो फिल्मी रवैया नहीं है. And I could never understand that.
Which
I
we've
don't
had this
talk,
chat.
say, but you know what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
And I used to be, यार पहले तो समझ में नहीं आता था कि फिल्मी रवैया क्या होता है. What they meant was you don't socialize, you don't go and meet people. And that is how I am. And I know that has, affected me in certain ways. But I don't pay much heed to it. So I started thinking that, yeah, probably now nothing can happen. Then I completed a year.
How you realize ना like that?
Right है ना.
फोटोग्राफर के वो उससे मेरे को तो मतलब समझ में नहीं आता. सिर्फ आवाज सुनाई दे.
रोशनी है ना, जैसे घर में कैसे पर्दा खुलता तो कैसे when you get behind the camera you automatically start seeing light. पता चलता है किधर क्या बन रहा है. And that is of course as an actor also. That's like a part of the exercise, na? Being very aware about your surrounding. That's what an actor needs to
Wow. Are
You
we
have
still
to-
rolling? I'm so glad.
do. You have to be aware about your surrounding, and you have to forget your surrounding also. So it's a very tough. So you're getting it right now. I'm aware about my entire surrounding. कितनी लाइट्स है,
Yeah,
कौन
you
किधर
just-
जमीन पे बैठा हुआ है, कौन क्या कर रहा है, सब पता हुआ है. But I'm still in the moment and I'm talking to you and I'm talking to you about my story. And चलो, this तो I'm talking facts. This is truth. This is me. This has
Yes.
happened with me. इसमें आप क्या गलती करोगे? But when you are acting as an actor, you are playing a character where you have written lines. The writer has said तेरे को यही बोलना है. And then you have a certain emotion to it, which the writer wants you to convey, right? Then the cameraman wants you to stand in a certain way, take that light, and then... So there is so many things happening around you, and then you're forgetting all of that, and then you're being that also. So it's a very conflicting...
It is. I switch off. If there is, I don't know how many people are there, what they are talking, or a light gaya, मेरा कोई problem नहीं है.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. But being consciously in the moment and not also in
That
the
is a more controlled and refined actor. That is a sign of.
I think, yeah, that comes with time, experience also.
So coming back to your time at.
So I completed a year, then somebody said, "Arey, JP Morgan is opening." I had always heard about JP Morgan as a bank, and I was like, "Yeah, chal jate hain." They are into credit cards, and so I went for the interview. So I was told, "Listen, wear trousers and wear like a formal shirt and go, and if you can wear a tie." I got in, and when I saw the office, I flipped. I was like, "Wow, what a setup! I would love to work here." Yeah. It's a typical American banking, no? So if you've ever been to these call centers here, all of them are very, very cool, you know.
Doesn't it look like those square boxes?
Yeah, they have those
It's the same.
cubicles and all, but then they're huge offices. No? Like either you stand here, you can see one team sitting from this end to that end.
Yeah.
You know, there's one team leader for them, then there's a flow manager and all that. Got into JP prices, salaries were double, better perks and all of that. I said, chal ye karte hain. Then was fortunate enough, almost over 3.5 years, Tony and Dia Singh were big, and I owe it to them. They gave me a comeback. So I went to their office. They were calling me, the casting guy was calling me for an audition. They were like, "Aa jaiye, aap aa jaiye." I was like, "Haan, aata hu." And I used to work the nights. I used to leave home at around 8:39. My shift used to start by 11. I used to work till around 6, 7 in the morning, come back. How do you expect me to go for an audition? You know, because I used to be so drained. And अब ज़माना बदल चुका है जहाँ 11 बजे ही बोलेंगे, हाँ सर आप 11 बजे रात में आ जाएंगे. First, that time the culture was that 7:38 people are heading out of the office. They're done for the day. I'm talking about television, film offices.
Right.
Of course, now we're very fortunate. You can do a home tape and send it
Thank
across.
God for lockdown, na? नहीं.
Yeah. So I said, हाँ आता हूँ. Then Monday we said, sir आप आ जाओ ना आप. So then I planned कौन से दिन कब छुट्टी है, and छुट्टी के शाम में I said मैं शाम में आऊँगा करने. I went, and before I could get into a call center, I had worked with Tony and Dia Singh on a short film, and they had really liked my work, and they're very nice people, you know. So I never expected they would remember me, but when so the entire thing is that, you know, you've been through so much, and then you're trying to get back at a place where you actually want to be, but you've been through that. So my body language, when Dia opened the door, I was standing like this. I was like, "Hi Dia, I'm Aamir." And she goes like, "Yeah, what the fuck? I know you, come on." And what is this? And later it hit me. Now when I sit back and think that, यार, वो उस वक्त मैं इतना टूट चुका था that I was like, okay, you know, I'm literally coming. And they are producers of very big shows. And by then they had already done Jassi Jaisi Koi Nahi. So Jassi Jaisi Koi Nahi was like, whoa, rocking it on television. उसके producers. अब उसके सामने आप जा रहे हो, you know, and that person is welcoming you, that, of course, what the fuck are you doing? Come on, come in. It was such a relieving thing. They tested me. I told them that, listen, you know, I've been working so they tested me. There was a writer, Satyam, over there, who was supposed to direct the initial episodes. He somewhere saw me and he said, "Yeah, let's test this guy. We don't have our villain on board as yet." Diya is like, "Arey, he's such a sweet guy. वो कहाँ villain दिखेगा? रहने दो ये वो." He said, एक ऑडिशन करने में कितना जाएगा? उसको बोलो, उसको 15-20 मिनट तैयार होने को लगेंगे और आधा घंटा हम ज़ाया करेंगे ना. वो एक कोना पकड़ के बैठा रहेगा. वो जब रेडी हो जाएगा, he'll come and perform it in front of the camera. I did the audition. That guy who took he's sir, sir, you sit here. I'll come in 5 minutes. He went inside. After 5 minutes, I see. So that time the old office they had. So there was this one big bedroom where Dia, Tony, everybody used to sit.
Okay.
And there was this one room, like a conference room, where auditions hote the or people were made to sit. And suddenly I see the entire entourage is coming out. Tony, Dia, I think Persis was there at that point in time.
Oh.
And Satyam. So they all came, they said, and Tony is like, "Arey yaar, तूने बहुत अच्छा audition किया यार, अरे you're too good यार." Sorry, don't put this. Tony will kill me.
I would definitely put this.
Like, fuck yeah, you're too good यार, too good यार. So then Dia started talking. She's like, "So what have you been doing? ये वो ऐसा वैसा." I said, can I say something before you guys start? I said, I've been doing a job since the last 3.5 years. And if you have a role which will actually, after 6 months, get me work, give me something like that. Don't, I will not feel bad if you tell me that ये 8 episode का है, but I don't want to do something like that. Give me something where I can make a comeback. While talking that entire journey to them, I suddenly see Dia and I go like, why are you crying? And she goes like, yeah, because you're crying. And I'm like, oh fuck. So while speaking that what happened, how it happened, and where I am today right now, I didn't realize I started crying. So and that time Dia said, "Tu ek kaam kar, tu ghar ja. What are the monies you're expecting?" I said, I can't expect monies. You are giving me a comeback and a role. I'll be stupid if I talk about money. She's like, "ठीक है, तू जा and we'll get back to you." Went back, didn't hear from them for a week because Dia was actually fighting with the channel. She said, "No, I want this guy." I think probably channel must have had their own.
That's always
choices.
a thing.
Yeah.
That's always.
But Dia wanted to give it to me. And things are history almost after that because Jab Love Hua, the show really clicked for ZTV. It got me back on TV. I came back as the villain. It was a very interesting villain called Lakhan. He's the Sarpanch ka beta of the gaon. And then work started happening after that. So yeah, so that's the phase. So in fact, I had been a working actor. I went back to a job, did a job for 3.5 years. So by the time I could actually come back, it was almost come back on air was almost 4 years. And then
So interesting. I didn't know this bit. I just want to summon this up and say that, for all the viewers and our friends, that it's okay to venture out. It's not necessary that you keep doing what you're doing. It's okay to venture out, but if you're destined to do something, it will happen to you. You will come back to it. As long as आपकी नियत और आपका hard work continue रहे. So yeah, so beautiful.
Yeah, I think that is very important. You should not get stuck into that one rut or that one place that अब मैं यही करूँगा. You never know. God is probably, because trust me, like I used to still say it also, and I still say it also. One of the reasons today, whenever I go to work and I'm humble and I'm really so grateful about what I do as an artist, is because खुदा ने मुझे वो वक्त दिखाया. उसने मुझे अपनी औकात बताई कि because call center में ही होता था, people used to be eating, like that. You're an actor, na? So अब यार हम हिंदुस्तान में, sorry, but there are very big names who are known by names, and I still feel I am not known on that level where people can say that that's Aamir Dalvi going. People will say that अरे he's that good actor यार, वो कौन से शो में था. तो उस वक्त तो मेरी हालत और ख़राब थी इससे. ख़राब नहीं कहूँगा, it was not like this. ख़राब नहीं बोलना चाहिए. So they should go like, you're an actor, no? You do ads, so you're embarrassed. And you're embarrassed for a lot of other reasons. So you're just eating and you're nodding. Yeah. You guys make so much money. What are you doing here? So it used to be like, एक किसी ने दिया चमाट और उस पे लिखा हुआ था failure. Then people, they're on the floor. They're talking like, bro. You come in TV serials, na? My mom used to watch, and so you're like, yeah. Hey, इधर क्या कर रहे हो आप? One more, fatang. So every other day somebody used to come and give you one chamat. That you're a failure. So because God showed me that, today, that has somewhere made me humble. When I deal with people, I respect my work a lot. मतलब for me, even my family, which is the most beloved for me, शूट पे जब मैं चला जाता हूँ, आई टेल देम फ़ोन मेरा अवेलेबल नहीं होगा, इमरजेंसी है, कुछ है, मैसेज करो, ड्राइवर का नंबर है, दिस इज़ द प्रोडक्शन गाइज नंबर, यू विल ओनली कॉल ऑन दीज नंबर व्हेन देयर इज एन इमरजेंसी. बाकी आई डू नॉट वांट, बिकॉज दैट इज़ हाउ आई रिस्पेक्ट माई वर्क. मुझे उसमें और कुछ नहीं सुनना कॉल करके. ज़रूरी, यू नो, डोंट कॉल मी फॉर डे टू डे स्टफ एंड दैट, यू नो, नॉट इवन समथिंग लाइक अब्बा हाउ आर यू और आमिर व्हाट आर यू डूइंग, लाइक माई मॉम कॉलिंग मी. आई डोंट वांट एनी ऑफ दैट. आई एम फाइन. इफ़ आई एम इन ट्रबल और अ प्रॉब्लम और आई नीड समथिंग, आई विल कॉल यू. बट मैं जब वो उस वक्त सेट पे हूँ, आप यू कैन नॉट डिस्टर्ब मी. सो दैट मच, दैट्स हाउ आई रिस्पेक्ट एंड लव माई वर्क. So I value that because God showed me that, and I'm really grateful. And there are so many emotions also which I realized, which are there in me and can come out as an artist, because I went through those emotions in those 3.5-4 years, you know. So एक बोलता है ना कि अरे इसमें ना ये कैरेक्टर है ना, ये रात की इसकी नींद हराम हो गई है. आपने जब तक रात की नींद अपनी हराम होते हुए देखी नहीं है ना, तो वो आप उसको एज एन आर्टिस्ट कन्वे नहीं कर पाओगे. तो मुझे लगता है यार खुदा ने अच्छा वो मेरी ट्रेनिंग ग्राउंड थी एक्चुअली. So that's how I look at it.
But that's how everybody should look at it, because there are times in the industry, now that we are talking about it, ki there are so many lows. There are more lows than the highs actually, because the highs are so the highs are more impactful because हमारे lows इतने होते हैं
कि यार वो जब जिस दिन गा नहीं रहा है, उसका कॉन्सर्ट नहीं है, शो नहीं है, वो उस वक्त अपना वक्त कैसे गुजारेगा, और वो वक्त गुजारने में वो क्या सीखेगा. So if he is actually, example, if he goes out and he sees a street singer और उससे उसको सुर सुनाई देता है, वो उसकी learning है. You should actually do that in every aspect of life. Even if you're a chef, you are not able to start your restaurant, you go and work somewhere else. You will find 5 other chefs from there, or you will find 5 new bosses who will teach you another business aspect of you know, the different trade aspect, business aspect, and tomorrow when eventually you have your own place, you will incorporate and implement that. So इंसान को वो मौजूदा हालत में क्या हो rहा है उससे सीखना, because that is actually your training ground.
Like I remember the first time we met, you know, we were okay. I have to tell you.
Suddenly I see, we'll come to this earlier date. Let's start.
Yeah.
Suddenly I'm on shoot and उनका नाम क्या है?
किसका?
अरे that artist.
What's her name?
Tanushri Datta. So I was doing a show where I played a cop. Tanushri Datta is there. उनके साथ कुछ हो जाता है तो हम cops वहाँ पहुँचे में वो है. And एक डांस सीक्वेंस चल रहा है क्लब में, जिस एक्चुअली विच इज किसी की शूटिंग, एक्ट्रेस की शूटिंग. तनुश्री दत्ता इज प्लेइंग तनुश्री दत्ता, एंड सडनली वी सी, सो you were not doubling for her, right?
Not at all. I was the choreographer there.
No, you danced also, because suddenly I see this one.
No,
girl.
I'll tell you what happened. So Shapat, this serial we used to work on, I was the choreographer there and he was the super cop or whatever. They used to make me do like weird things. Someday they'll call me, madam, moon लोगों को डांस करना है. यहाँ moon पे पहुँच गए हैं cops और moon को डांस कराना है. And the moons have to. Then one day they told me, okay, Tanushri Datta, okay. One day they telling me, हमारे पास आर्टिस्ट नहीं मिल रहा, आप ही डांस करो.
Yes.
तो मुझे हेलन जैसे उन्होंने ड्रेस अप करा दिया.
No, not Helen. They say she had worn a very nice dress and she's got lovely hair. And so suddenly I reached. They said, sir, shot ready हो गया, वो एक last shot चल रहा है, आप चले. I reached set. I'm walking inside and suddenly ये shot चल रहा है music, and suddenly she was this one girl. She does this, बाल घुमा के और वो ऐसे वाला करके. I'm like, fuck, ये कौन है? And there was so much grace in that entire dance. Her hair, her body language, the way she looked, it caught my attention, and things so easily don't come. Like, I said, यार ये इंसान से है ना, मतलब से हाय हेलो ऐसा कम से कम स्माइल तो करूँगा, because I'm impressed with this person, you know. And if I get a chance, I would definitely want to convey it to this person that, dude, whatever you were doing was very impressive, and I loved what I saw. इत्तेफाक ऐसा हुआ that we got talking, we became very good friends, and then I think on the second or third this, and I always keep telling her that she impressed me with that, and she's a fabulous dancer. मतलब कल को अगर मैं फिल्म बनाऊँ, डायरेक्टर बनूँ, या अगर मैं एक्टर हो जाऊँ इस तबके का कि मैं बोल सकूँ कि यार मेरे गानों को ना कोरियोग्राफ ये करेगा, तो इट विल ऑलवेज बी अंकिता, बिकॉज आई सी दैट टैलेंट एंड पोटेंशियल है ना. So that is how we met, and we got talking and we became friends after that.
Yeah, and the first time when I met him, So there were so many cops in that show. I don't know, some random too many cops
Yeah.
used to come and
Few
go.
of us.
I never understood. But theek hai, that's how the show did well for like 8 years, 7 years, I don't know. Quite some time. So then Aamir, I met, and he tells me, he comes to me and he says, you were dancing so well, you know, you were so good, and can I click you? And you know, I keep I have people on the set who hit on me because I'm a girl, I dance, and you know, then there is a certain way I talk, so I know it's normal for me. But I'm like, ये तो line मार रहा है. Then I'm like, यार मैं क्या करूँ? ठीक है चलो. I said, yeah, sure, we can definitely. So I kept a little bit of a you know.
Yeah, because I in a very dignified way approached. It was not like one of those.
No, not
chalu-chilli
at all.
types, you know,
Not at all.
Madam,
But then you know,
very classy. Listen, I'm a photographer. I do photography.
you didn't tell me you're a photographer. By the way, you just told me I want to click you. And I said, ये क्या तरीका होता है? अब मैंने सोचा कि click क्यों, मतलब पता है क्या click करेंगे, कैसे click करेंगे? And then nobody has come to me ever and said कि I want to click you because I'm not an actor or whatever. And then I'm thinking in my head for the next 2 days that ये तो line मार रहा है. And then we said, then he kept checking when can we shoot, and finally we picked a date. And on that day, he came with his whole kit, entire.
Yeah, that's the best part. She thought, hey, कैसा camera लेके आएगा?
Yeah.
और ऐसा photo निकाल कर. And here I come with a setup. I've got like 2 battery backups, battery operated lights. I've got proper beauty dish. I've got a trigger and that kind of stuff. I've got a light meter. And she's like, shit, this is a complete professional setup.
Yeah.
I mean, this dude is serious. And then I show her first picture and she goes like,
I can look like this.
wow. Yeah, then she goes, okay, so you know, I can sit here, I can do this. सारे कबर्ड खोल के सब कपड़े दिखा रही. पहले ये मेरे पास 2 ही जोड़े हैं, इसमें तुम तस्वीर निकाल लेना. अच्छा, पता चला.
God, he got me a makeup person also, and I was like, what is this going on? He was so good. After that, I clicked with him like this. So I remember those first few times we met and we clicked and things happened. But you know, after that, every time I've met you, every time we've chilled together, we've done shoots together. All my best pictures are by him, by the way. I've always seen him calm, always having fun and keeping it light, enjoying his life and balancing it so well. I don't know how he does it. I really don't know how you do it. I really want to know.
You have to do it actually. There's no option. Because that's how you will live. Like Irfan Bhai says na in that film of his, जब तक जिंदगी जीने का मतलब समझ में आता है उस वक्त तब तक बहुत देर हो चुकी होती है. So that should not happen. And for me, all these things, photography, riding dirt bikes, being a fitness freak, these are my learning grounds and platforms also. And for me, they are a vent also. Like if I go pick up my camera, I go shoot, and because when I'm not working on television or I'm not doing a project, there are months together where, like now, finally I've picked up a show and I'll be working almost after 3 years. So I'll be on a set after 3 years. So 3 years, what do I do? Of course, I need to empty myself as an artist. So पूरा खाली खंगाल के
That's what a
उसको
lot
खाली
of
करना
actors
है.
do, right?
But फिर मैं भरूंगा किससे? मैं घर पे बैठ के तो नहीं भर पाऊंगा. So when I'll go and ride bikes, so I'll vent my frustration. I'll meet people. I'll meet different characters. I'll see different characteristics in different situations, and that is my learning. So when I come back, and with me, fortunately I'm blessed to have a very photographic memory. So things register with me like that only. तो जैसे गाड़ी की जब वो ग्रिल भी होती है ना, तो मुझे लगता है वो कोई मुस्कुरा रहा है, और आई टेल पीपल वो जिसको जानते हो उसका चेहरा देखो ऐसा है. So this used to happen with me as a kid. So till date, so sounds, people, the way they behave, their mannerisms, that all registers with me very strongly as a visual, and that's how I'm able to incorporate that in my own act somewhere, you know. So वो अगर नहीं करेगा इंसान तो वो बैलेंस हो ही नहीं पाएगा, वो पागल हो जाएगा.
So, but you know, it's like for other actors or other friends I know who are from the industry, most of them, I'm not saying everybody, most of them balance it out by going for parties, chilling,
Cricket.
taking some cricket, ye league, wo league, lot of other ways. But you don't do that. I've never seen you in a party. And if I tell you, I've obviously told him so many times, come na, dinner karte hai, bahar jate hai ghumne. Nothing. He will not come out. I don't know why. Why don't you want to come out? Chill.
Don't come out ka to pata nahi. I'm still trying to figure that out. But yeah, I do other things because the things I do are very expensive. You know, photography is expensive.
Absolutely.
Riding bikes is expensive. Sorry, that was a joke.
No, but that's true.
No, I do stuff which will really make me learn something. You know, जैसे अभी मुझे बीच में बहुत काफ़ी अरसे से हो रहा है. I want to learn a foreign language. So apart from the languages I know, I want to be very fluent. Because I think यार वो एक पहलू मेरा बहुत खाली है. I think I should at least learn another 2-3 foreign languages, and I should be, because there's so much you learn. You're not realizing that till you don't go through that path, na. And when you finish it and when you look behind, you will realize that shit, इतना सीख लिया, अरे वाह. So these are things I want to do, because party to khair, you know, people do it for socializing and PR and all of that. I would also love to party, but if I'm with my set of friends. बट मुझे लगता है यार मैं वो वक्त कहीं और जाके मैं, और कॉन्शियस एफर्ट नहीं है कि मैं आज जाऊंगा ना, या तो मैं आज फोटोग्राफी करूंगा या मैं ये करूंगा, मैं कुछ सीखने वाला हूँ. इट जस्ट कम्स टू मी दैट दिस इज व्हाट आई वांट टू गो, बिकॉज आई फील आई फाइंड सोलेस इन दैट, आई फील हैप्पीनेस एंड I am learning somewhere. I always feel that, Arey, today when I did this and I came back, na, so this is what I've learned. So next time, so it always goes down in my book as a marking that, okay, this is. So for me, that learning is very important. That is very satisfying for me. Though शायद पार्टी में भी जाके हो जाए, मैं 4 लोगों से मिलूँ, you know, I may talk to different people from different walks of life. They may tell me about their business or whatever. But मुझे ये लगता है कि यार ये कहीं मैं खुद ही जाके कुआं.
One party I managed to see you, उसमें you didn't even come and say hi to me. That's how he is. He's, you know, one party after, like recently, a month back, somebody's birthday at Palak's birthday at one of these restaurants at True Time Drunk, and then I see him and I don't see him actually. He sees me, and then after some days when I call him, listen, we are doing the podcast show. I saw you that day. I said, you were in a party. And then he says, yeah, and then I ran away. I said, you couldn't come and say hi to me. You couldn't come and chill with me.
Why all of us ran away?
Yeah, the cops will come. Doesn't matter. But, you know.
No, the cops were already there.
तो क्या हो गया, तो हाई नहीं बोल सकते.
भगा रहे थे, चलो निकलो सब वो पीछे के एग्जिट से everybody was going out.
He sumri में went to the back and he just exited. He didn't even come say hi to me.
When I reached home, I laughed. I was like, wow, I saw Ankkitha and I didn't even say hi to her. I was like, dude, तू बहुत cool है.
So, you know, coming back to your photography, I want to know what inclined you towards
Color tones. That's where it all started from.
Color tones?
Yeah. So when I used to see color grading, which that time I couldn't understand. So when I used to see a picture and I used to see it graded in a certain way, I used to love that. That used to fascinate me. The blues in the shadow, or why, like how there's a process in photography where you convert day to night.
Right.
Day to light. Right? And I've done so many pictures of yours also. You're shooting out in the harsh sun, but you overpower the sun and you make it look like evening, you know. So the sky goes blue and that kind of stuff. So when I used to see all that, it used to always fascinate me that यार ये दिखता बड़ा खूबसूरत है, और अगर मैं ये कर सकूँ ना, मुझे ऐसा बनाना है, मुझे ये तरीका अपनाना है. I mean, I would want my pictures to look like that. Or if I make or create something, I would want my film or my product to look like that. तो मैंने उसको सीखना शुरू किया. Of course, photography started at a much younger age. My dad had a camera, that typical 36 roll वाला, some German make camera he had. शुरुआत वहाँ से हुई. तो वो, but वो उसमें भी वो like if you still use film and you shoot on colored film, the way you process it on those Kodak papers and all of that, that color toning is only different. Now iPhone has put it in everything, and X Pro ने ये
Yeah,
ने वो, and you
because usually when somebody is interested in photography, like I had couple of friends, वो तो भाई अपना phone से ही खींच के मेरे को दे दिए, भाई देखो अच्छे photos आ रहे.
I also had friends who used to tell me, वो आमिर भाई वो आप वो है ना blur वाला फोटो निकालता है ना, वो मेरे iPhone में भी अब भी आ रहा है. मैं बोला हाँ भाई निकाल तू blur वाला फोटो. Are expensive. I started with that reel camera. I went to a crop frame, then I went to a full frame, like a 5D Mark
Right.
III. And today I shoot on a full frame Sony. So, of course, things cost you. Lenses cost. Glass is
Yeah.
much expensive than plastic. That's what they say. Lights are expensive. But then that's an investment. Now that one shot that I get, I feel that wow, worth that money. But वो मेरा है ना, मतलब मैं चाहे जाके every Saturday जाके बाहर खाना नहीं खाऊंगा, but मेरे लिए वो
Yeah,
Sunday के
because
दिन
it
वो
is your
तस्वीर-
passion. You're not like earning money. I know you do photo shoots. He does photo shoots for his friends and he's done it for me. He doesn't. He does it for pure passion. He doesn't charge. He's never charged anybody. And I mean, that is pure passion.
No, नहीं charge करने का is another reason, because I know if you charge then people will like 6 o'clock can I go? Okay, what time we'll finish the first? When you're not charging, everybody is like क्या बोल सकते हैं? No, one more? No, we'll do now. 2 more changes, no, we'll do. No, it's okay. No, chai from the tapdi is okay. Otherwise, you're like, would you like to have barista? Oh, sasta barista, usko pilao. So that's the trick actually.
But you
don't
do
charge.
want to ever take it like a profession or something.
I would love
once
to.
in a while.
I would love to, but I
And
would
charge
always
people.
want acting to overshadow everything.
Absolutely. But because you are such a brilliant photographer, I know that, and I'm continuously talking about it because there's a reason. I know you are one of the best photographers I've worked with, and it's not like I've done too many. But having said that, I'm telling you guys, you have to go visit his profile, Aamir Dalvi Photography on Instagram, and you'll see he clicks some amazing pictures, and I really feel you should start. Okay, not for friends. You can. I can always do it for free, but थोड़ा बहुत you should do it ना. किसी को क्लिक करवाना है आपसे तो आप क्या मतलब बोल दोगे नहीं मैं फ्री में ही करता हूँ मैं तो चार्ज नहीं करना
नहीं,
चाहिए.
ऐसा नहीं है. आई वुड या कभी उतना सोचा, कई बार उसके बारे में सोचा था यार लेट्स डू दिस, बट ऐसा लगता था कि यार ये वाली दुकान थोड़ी खोलनी थी मुझे. दुकान तो कोई और ही चलानी है मुझे अपनी, तो वो हो नहीं पाया अब तक.
You should. I really feel so. Tell me something. I heard, so my team did a bit of research on you, and I heard you started from DD.
Yeah, Doordarshan, my first show. 400 rupees per day. And that is also one story. So the producer calls me and says, "How क्या audition किया? Very good." I mean, he was the executive producer. So he said, well, what money will you charge? Now, I had just graduated. My father has given me 1 year's time. कि एक्टिंग में जो करना है कर लो, कंप्यूटर साथ में करो ताकि दैट 1 year इज़ नॉट वेस्टेड. उसके 8वें महीने में मुझे ऑडिशन मिल गया है एंड आई गॉट द रोल ऑल्सो एंड देयर आस्किंग मी व्हाट मनी. सो आई सेड व्हाट वुड यू ऑफर? सी लिसन, वी नीड 30 days in a month, okay, बट 28-29 होता है अराउंड 2 days हॉलीडे यू गेट एंड वी आर पेइंग 400 rupees पर डे. फट से मेरे दिमाग पर 12,000 25 दिन में मतलब 10,000 तो आ रहा है. सेट फक. अब्बा माय फादर वाज गिविंग मी 1,500 rupees पॉकेट मनी
For the whole month. तब के टाइम पे उतना ही मिलता था.
ग्रेजुएशन. ओके, उसमें मैं वो भी चलाता था अपना. मैंने बाद में लिया था बिकॉज व्हेन आई बिकेम एन एक्टर वो पेजर यूज्ड टू बी 199 और व्हाटएवर डिफरेंट स्कीम्स यू हैड. मैं पेजर भी चलता था. आई वॉज रेसिंग ऑल्सो. आई स्टार्टेड रेसिंग एट अ मच यंगर एज. या सो आई वॉज मैनेजिंग दैट एंड सो आई सेड यार 1,500 रुपये में मैं यशी कर रहा हूँ, 10,000 रुपये में तो मैं लुटेरा बन जाऊँगा भाई, मतलब लूट लूँगा सब चीज़ को मार्केट में. आई सेड इट्स फाइन. बट eventually when I started shooting, I used to shoot 3 days, 4 days. So Ram Kapoor, the artist, both of us were on that show together.
Oh, okay.
So हम दोनों के checks आए and we were like we had scenes together, so we used to hang around and we were good friends. So he saw and he's like, dude तेरा check दिखा. He saw my check. So उसका कुछ 12,000 था and he said कितना? So I said हाँ वो 1,600 है. हाँ और ये TDS काटने के बाद तो लाइक चूते एक ही दिन शूट किया क्या? So I said, नहीं 3 दिन. Huh? 3 दिन कितना है तेरा per day? I said 400 रुपया.
Oh.
So he's like, fuck you. And Ram ऐसा ना, like Ram is like, fuck you, dude, fuck you. He's like, I'm like, हाँ क्यों, तेरा कितना है? He's like, dude, मेरा 1500 है. और देख मैंने इतने दिन काम किया तो मैंने कुछ 12,000 आया. I was like चूती है, इतने पैसे में कौन हाँ बोलता है? मेरे को क्या मालूम यार. So there are a lot of things you learn in the process, and you know. So for me, आज वो बहुत बड़ी बात है कि यार उस वक्त शर्म आती थी, शिट 400 रुपये पर डे का काम कर रहा हूँ. बट आप देखिए ना, आप जिस मौजूदा हालात से आए हैं, आपके लिए वो 400 रुपया पर डे, और आपकी थिंकिंग कैसी है? आपको क्या बोला गया, 25-28 दिन शूट होगी, तो आपने सीधा गणित लगाया 400 इंटू दैट 25 डेज, तो मेरे इतने पैसे आएंगे. बट दे डिडंट टेल यू एक्चुअली व्हाट डेट्स मीनिंग. ना उन्होंने कुछ झूठ बोला, ना उन्होंने कुछ गलत बताया. उन्होंने उतना बताया जितना बताने की जरूरत थी, और मेरी सोच जितनी थी मैं उतना समझ सकता. आई टुक फ्रॉम दैट. बट टुडे इफ समबडी टेल्स मी दैट you know this is the first thing I said, yeah, but how many days will my character shoot? Yeah. So that comes with experience. So yeah, DD was the first show, 400 per day and shooting like 3 days, 4
and
days.
And from DD till now, this entire journey.
Oh, mashallah, that's big, very big. It's huge.
Beautiful. And as an actor, from DD till now, going for Kennedy, y'all went for
Cannes Film Festival.
You all went for Cannes Film Festival for Kennedy. From DD to Cannes, can you tell me this big journey?
No, it's a huge. It's like Cannes तो is unbelievable. It feels surreal. अभी भी यकीन नहीं होता. फ़ोन उठा के जब तस्वीरें और वीडियोस देखो तो लगता है कि अरे हाँ वाकई में वहाँ जाके आ गए यार, मतलब ये सच हुआ है हमारे साथ. Because when we were living it, it was unbelievable completely. So DD, of course, my first show was Sudhir Mishra. Couldn't ask for anything better. Can is Anurag Kashyap. Again, can't ask for anything better. So दोनों के बीच का जो सफर है ना वो बड़ा that is हाँ, तो वो दो पहलू तो बहुत खूबसूरत थे. But yeah, it's been a long journey. Things have changed. Monies have changed. The process has changed. When I started, we were more into the weekly formats. So I've done shows with Neena Gupta also when she used to be a producer. And now it's come more into the daily format where it's 5 days a week. अब तो web भी आ चुका है.
Now we have so much.
It's changing, and even the face of web itself is changing. Like I'm seeing so many actors from TV now doing web, and that will again change, and you know that they'll be flooded with all these actors who were there on TV earlier or who also do TV, and then that will all probably become one same platform. So these things have changed. Technique and technically we've just improved leaps and bounds.
Which has been your fame game?
Fame game?
In this whole process, in this whole journey, like DD से आपने फिर कहाँ Sony आपने किया?
No.
शपथ or whatever.
No.
How did it happen?
DD happened, and few things with I think 2 cameos with Balaji. No, 1 cameo and 1 like a proper show with Balaji happened. So I worked, and so that show was I used to play Smriti Irani's brother. So the people I worked with Will Smith. I did this launch for set. I have a picture with him on stage. So the people I have worked with, when I look back and I see that, अरे यार ये तो इनके साथ भी काम किया, अरे यार इसके साथ भी काम किया, and when I see them, I feel really nice. And of course वो डर लगता है कि इसको याद रहेगा कि बोला वो मालूम है मैं आपके साथ था. So I worked with Smriti, and she used to play my sister. I used to play her younger rowdy brother who's not a rowdy guy, but he's like वो बहन के बारे में कुछ सुन नहीं सकता.
कौन सा शो था ये?
This show, which was, if you remember, DD had given their slot to Channel 9 for a bit.
Okay.
So the name of the show was, I'll have to...
That's fine.
I'll come to that.
Fair?
So Ram Kapoor was the hero, Smriti was the sister, I was the brother. वो था.
फिर वहाँ से you went to?
Then came that phase where I didn't have work. Then Jab Love Hua happened, which was a comeback.
Which was your
DJ
show where you...
No, that was, the show did well. It did well on Z, and it registered my character really well. That got me an opening to a Star One show as a lead. So that was my first lead, 2006, with Sheer Origin. They were kind enough to give me that role. they also had to haggle. Usme tha, the channel had their own thoughts and vision.
That's always
And then
the
how.
case.
So I've been very fortunate many a times. Not many times, on quite a few occasions, producers have really stood by me and fought for me that no, we are convinced, we want to
Yeah.
go with Aamir, trust me. And Alhamdulillah, that's paid off. And every time at the end of it, the channel has said that, we had another option and good we went with you because what you created and where you took the character and the show for us has really changed. So yeah, then Sathi Re happened. Sathi Re ke baad Jeevan Sathi happened, which was on Colors. That was a rage. That was like, so Sathi Re was my first entry into me as a hero on television. But Jeevan Sathi was like, it made me register as an actor because I played a Gunga in that.
Oh, I remember this one.
So that registered because Colors was really big. That time TV was very
Yes.
big. वो एक अलग crescendo पे था TV उस वक्त. Colors was on a different crescendo. So that show really worked. Then Shapath was.
Oh, after
if
that you did
हाँ,
Shapath.
So if you so 2010 was Jeevan Sathi. Then I did a show called Jyoti, which was on NDTV. A typical lover boy, young, clean shaven. He falls in. He comes into this girl's life, who's been divorced, and she runs an academy and stuff like that. That was a typical lover boy image. Jeevan Sathi was I played a Gunga. Then Shapath happened, which was a Tapori Raste ka
Cop.
Khabri who's become a cop, who's made a cop. That was his story. So the commissioner tells him कि मैं तेरे सारे गुनाह माफ कर सकता हूँ, तू टपोरी तो किसी दिन है ना, तू खबरी है, तू मर जाएगा, या तो पुलिस के हाथों या तो गुंडों के हाथों, तो तू पुलिस वाला बन जा और तू सही काम कर. So that was the role. That had its own peak. Then Aladdin, where I played Zafar.
Iconic role.
Yeah. So that was next.
Wow, like so many different characters and so much of you which you don't put up. Nobody knows because you know what happens? Human beings have a very bad memory. भूल जाते एक टाइम के बाद ओ दिस हैपेंड दैट हैपेंड हमने उनको देखा था और आपके इतने डिफरेंट कैरेक्टर्स थे. इट्स नॉट लाइक यू वर ऑलवेज अ शाहरुख.
No, very different all the time.
All the characters were different. So for somebody to register, जैसे if you meet me or anybody, you know this person is the same. तो हम कैसे उनको वैसे ही याद रखते हैं. आपने इतने different characters play किए that the characters have been something to be remembered, but you don't keep telling people, you don't keep posting about all these things. I didn't know so many characters you've played.
And the thing is, every time when I've done such characters, I've lived my life like that. So I'll let's go ulta.
Yeah, I want to know.
So today,
this.
if you see my hair is like this, the new show that I'm doing, I play Satya Bhau in that. He's this political guy from Satara. He's a guy like that. So when you see it in attire, so I've been like that. Before that, I did Aladdin. So I had a longer beard, but I used to have a pony on top with those sides. That was my hairstyle. And the first half of the show, I had a wig.
Right.
Shapath, when I was doing Shapath, I had deliberately grown a mooch. I had kept a mustache. And I used to be on the heavier side. I used to train heavier and I used to keep my paunch out. That was Shapath. Jeevan Sathi, I had a crew cut and I had again a mustache. I had grown a mustache. Sathi Re, I had a stubble and a different kind of a hairstyle. And I used to... so that character was वो सावला है, उसको वो conscious है कि मैं सावला हूँ, मेरी शादी नहीं होगी. So I used to ride dirt bikes more often because that used to tan me. So I've always followed. So when you see all these things of mine are interconnected with each other. Jyoti, when I used to do, I was clean shaven and I had long hair. So I used to wear bootcut jeans and I used to style myself. And in my personal life also I had the same styling. So when you're asking me that how do you balance it, वो बैलेंस मेरे लिए ज़रूरी है क्योंकि वो उधर से जाके कुछ ना कुछ ले ही आ रहा हूँ मैं बाहर. So fortunately that has never made it that अरे ये तो वही है जो वो सेम उस रोल में भी था उसमें. It takes time to people that oh okay, and then of course fortunately also that there's been always a conscious break in the sense break होता है बीच में. It's not that I finish with the show and I immediately start. So I get that time to
get into the next
about
character.
it, do something different, and that keeps me interested and motivated also.
You always wanted to act?
या विच आई रियलाइज मच लेटर. बचपन में मतलब जैसे वो स्कूल कॉलेज में सो म्यूज़िक, जैसे म्यूज़िक आज भी मुझे शब्द बोल इतने मायने नहीं रखते, बट द वे द बीट इज़ गोइंग ना, दैट इज़ वॉट ऑलवेज कैचेज माई अटेंशन. So music used to always appeal to me, and I used to when I used to see films and all, something used to fascinate me, but I could never understand. Like for me, Amjad Khan was my hero. Gabbar Singh. I used to go to the movie, and then when Amitabh Bachchan used to hit him, I was like, "What the fuck is happening, man?" I was like, Acha, and I used to stay at Pali Hill, so my surrounding has been Amjad Khan's house is there, Dilip Saab is behind, Sanjeev Kumar. I used to play in my park, and I used to see Sanjeev Kumar sitting on top and reading the newspaper. I have had instances where I'm going in my school bus and they're like, hey, Sanju, and I go behind and I look, so Sanju is going in his car, and we are all waving, and Sanju is waving at us. I'm at this cigarette shop, I'm buying thumbs up for myself, wo choti wali, and Sanju comes on his scrambler and he's like, hey, ek packet cigarette de yaar. And I'm like, fuck, Sanju Baba. So I've seen all of this. We've had instances where you're walking on the street, and suddenly Dilip Saab will put his window down and he's like, hi sunny boy, and he's traveling with unki jo wife hai, kya naam hai,
Right. That's fine.
so this is what I've seen. So for me, and going to a cinema hall and seeing Amjad Khan getting beaten, I'm like, what the fuck, dude, not done, this is waste of money, I can't watch. So my heroes were always like Gabbar, Amjad Khan, that. So later on I realized over years that this is what was fascinating me, this surrounding with people, staying in the same vicinity. So बाद में realize हुआ कि हाँ acting करनी. And then when I wanted to act, in my first year of college I was very fat. My last 2 years of school I had put on a lot of weight because मेरे पास motorcycle आ गई.
Can't imagine you fat.
हाँ, I used to weigh around 121 kgs.
I don't believe you.
हाँ,
You're lying.
मैं कसम खुदा की मैं तुमको तस्वीरें दिखाऊंगा, और वो पता भी कैसे चला. जिम में they have weigh on which they weigh boxers ना, तो एक weighing scale होती है, boxers की weighing scale देखी होगी. So I said, sir, वेट करना है. सर आ जाओ, खड़े हो जाओ. So he put, then उसने पहले 85 डाला, नहीं सर 85 में मैच नहीं हो रहा. Then he put 10 more, 95, फिर और 15 डाला, 110.
तो तब के टाइम पे ये होता था.
वो वैसे हमको प्रिसाइज, वो बहुत बराबर कांटा बताता है ना वो. तो he said, he just looked at me, he's like, आपका 110 से ज़्यादा है. I said, हाँ तो बट कितना है? नहीं, मेरे पास 110 का ही वेट है, उसके बाद उसको काउंटर करने का वेट है नहीं. तो मैं बोला कितना ज़्यादा होगा? तो he said रुको, तो उंगली से उसको छेड़ा ऐसा कि देखने का. तो बोले जितना प्रेशर लग रहा है ना, 12-13 किलो तो ज़्यादा है. इसकी माँ की, ये कम से कम मैं 122-123 किलो.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, so I was that big. So then my friends from college used to do theatre, and they were very active, and I wanted to be part of it, but I knew that if I go in with that size, what will happen is I'll get restricted.
Of course.
मुझे वो कॉमेडी रोल्स करवाएंगे, वो वैसे करवाएंगे, हो सकता है मैं वही रुख पकड़ लूँ. फिर सो मैंने नहीं, सॉरी, उस वक्त मुझे हिम्मत ही नहीं होती थी कि मैं कभी उनको बोलूँ कि मुझे थिएटर करने का शौक है, मुझे भी एक्टिंग करना है. मुझे अच्छा बहुत लगता था. मैंने सीधे ना, अरे क्या उसने वहाँ से एंट्री मारा, ड्रामा, ये ऐसा है, हीरो की तरह डायलॉग्स बोल रहा है, वो हो रहा है. तो आई हैड अ बाइक, सो आई टू हेल्प देम बैक स्टेज, ये लेके आना है, वो करना है. आई वाज लाइक द बैक स्टेज मैनेजर फॉर देम. कुछ भी चाहिए आमिर को बोल दे यार, वो लेके आ जाएगा. बट दे डिड नॉट अंडरस्टैंड वेयर आई वाज कमिंग फ्रॉम. मेरी वहाँ पे वो क्या, यार मेरे को मज़ा आ रहा है यहाँ पे, दिस इज व्हाट आई एम एंजॉयिंग.
So nice.
And then when I consciously decided that I want to be an actor, that is when I realized that if I go in with this size, na, I may get restricted, and that's not what I wanted to do. मुझे हीरो बनना था, मुझे कभी विलन बनना था, मुझे I wanted to do every aspect, every kind of role that is available in our industry for an actor to do. So I thought that let's lose some weight and go. And then since then I've made it religion, like a lifestyle that you have to. And that pays off, and I see.
Absolutely it does. Did you learn acting somewhere, or it just happened to you? Because for me, you're one of the finest actors.
Thank you.
When I say that, I mean it, guys. For me, Aamir Dalvi, just because he's my friend, I'm not saying this, but he is one of the finest actors in our country. You have to watch him. He's outstanding. So, quickly, just give me a little bit of a gist. That did you learn acting, or it just happened over the period of?
सी यार, लर्न तो एक्चुअली कोई आपको सिखा नहीं सकता. कला, आर्ट ऐसी चीज़ है, आपको कोई सिखा नहीं सकता. एक तो होता है ना, आपके अंदर बीज होता है, और फिर उसको ही आप निखारते रहते हो ओवर अ पीरियड ऑफ टाइम. एंड ऑफ कोर्स हाउ योर अंडरस्टैंडिंग इज़ टू अंडरस्टैंड थिंग्स, take them inside, and then use them in a very subtle manner that it goes with your flow. It doesn't become too loud. So, but yes, so there was this training coach called Roshan Taneja. I went to him because somebody told me कि आप वहाँ जाइए और वहाँ से एक कोर्स कर लीजिए. I went to him. My dad was in service, so I went, and because somebody had put me to him, I had the leeway of very openly telling him. So I went on the first day, and second day I went in the evening after class. So he said, "Arey, you didn't come for class." I said, "I'm sorry, sir, but thank you so much for having me yesterday." And that time he was charging $25,000.
Wow.
I'm talking about 98, 97, 98. That 25,000 रुपये उस वक्त बहुत थे. आई थिंक माई फादर सैलरी वॉज आई थिंक 25,000.
Wow.
आई सेड ये कहाँ से दूंगा यार. अब्बा को बोलूँगा, बोलेंगे बेवकूफ़, तुमको वक्त दे दिया है, वो काफ़ी नहीं है, तुम 25,000 रुपये भी मांग रहे हो. वही भाड़ चलेगी इससे, भाड़ बना तुमको. So I said, sir, I will not be able to, because my father will not be able to afford it as much as I would want to. And lovely setup, you know, वो जुहू में उनका घर, किताबें पड़ी हुई हैं, वो बच्चे आके बैठे हैं, different. And I was like, यार ये मैं कर नहीं पाऊँगा यार, अब इसको कैसे, मतलब. And so he very sweet of him. I'm telling you now, there have been some people in my entire journey who have been so supportive. He's like, okay, उनके style थी, okay, okay, you come tomorrow. I said, like, you come tomorrow. I went the next day. 2-3 days he let me come. Then I think probably he noticed what I was doing. Then he said, you know, I have this new set of actors coming in, so I would need somebody to, तो तुम मुझे help कर दिया करो, you know, कभी Xerox निकाल के दे देना, कुछ दे देना. I said okay. अब ना उन्होंने कुछ पैसों की बात की, अब मेरा भी हो रखा है, वो पैसे मांग नहीं रहे, तो ठीक है. Then I discussed this to my mom. She's like, probably, you know what, probably he's liked you somewhere and he sees potential, or he says that यार बेचारा यार ये करना चाहता है, इसका अरमान है, मैं इसको कैसे हेल्प करूँ. दैट वाज हिज हेल्प, दैट यार ही विल असिस्ट मी, मेरा वो काम कर दिया करेगा और वो क्लास में मौजूद भी रहेगा. सो आई स्टार्टेड डूइंग दैट. देन देयर वाज अ वेरी बिग शो व्हिच केम ऑन टीवी कॉल्ड कैट्स.
Right.
It had these supermodels. So Madhu Sapre, what is that other, and this, Netra Raghuraman, and this third model who passed away,
Right.
unfortunately. They were supposed to come on board. So I remember Netra and Madhu Sapre coming in for rehearsals. And for me, acha, in college there was a friend who was a fashion choreographer. So I all knew very well who's Madhu Sapre, who's Milind Suma. These were the gods of fashion and modeling. So for me, Madhu Sapre is coming to train at Roshan Taneja's place, and you're going to be doing improvisations with them. I was like, dude, like, wow, rocking. So yeah, so I was there for a good almost 5 months.
Wow.
Then I did theatre also. So that is, so my, if you say training मैंने इस तरीके से ली है, you know. So this has been, so ऐसा कोई formal कोई जाके, I so wish, like I.
No, I'm trying to talk about this because I wanted people to know that you know, especially the younger kids, कि सब कुछ आपको कोई कोर्स करके, you know, सीख के, आपके लाइफ एक्सपीरियंसेस, आप जब किसी को असिस्ट करते हो या कहीं पर आप एक इंटर्नशिप कर रहे हो, आप इसी से सीखते हो, बिकॉज ये एक्सपीरियंसेस है जो आपको आप बनाते हैं. आई वॉन्ट टू नो वेयर, कहाँ से हो आप, सच बताओ आज.
Bad boy of Bandra, born and brought up in Bandra, Pali.
What are you saying? तो ये जो अफवाहें है, अहमदाबाद,
हाँ.
Jalandhar,
Jalandhar.
I don't know what is that other one, Punjab, and then what is that?
Aurangabad.
Aurangabad or wherever. तो ये सब गलत.
नहीं, वो गलती से पता नहीं.
Wikipedia ने गलत किया.
Born and brought up Bandra, Pali Hill. My schooling was from Stanislaus. My kindergarten was Little Bo Peep, if anybody remembers. And Divya Bharti used to be my classmate.
What are you saying?
So I've been with the works, you know.
Yeah.
So, and unfortunately, because I was a little lazy. So after my 10th, I thought, अरे मुझे बहुत अच्छा percentage मिला है, मुझे कोई ना कोई अच्छी college मिल जाएगी, like a Mithibai or something. But I did not. Then through the government quota, I was put to Rizvi College. So again, I went back to Bandra. So that's where I come from.
So your schooling days and all of that was all of it in Bandra. You were a Bandra boy.
Bandra boy.
And
Aamir Khan used to eat bhelpuri, and we used to see him when he used to come with his.
Aamir
with
Khan used to
Reena.
eat bhel puri.
Yeah, there's a bhelpuri wala, very famous. Everybody's at that chalk outside my building, upside Apsara Apartments is where I used to stay. So yeah.
And how was the switch from Bandra to from Sobo to Nobo?
So from Bandra we shifted to Lokhandwala, Shastri Nagar,
Right.
because the family was growing. So yeah, it was very difficult initially because I had all my friends in Bandra and बचपन वहाँ पूरा गुजरा हुआ है. But because the place was new, so there were new things to explore, तो आपको इतना पता नहीं चल रहा है, but वो hit करता था. And still आज भी वो बैंड्रा का अपना सुरूर है. आज भी वो अम्मी बनाए. We go back. We have this once in a month trip where we take the car and we go to Bandra और वो पाली हिल, खार, फिर डांडा एक बार पीछे से जाते हैं, फिर अपना सेंट पीटर्स चर्च के उधर से वो सब जब घूम के आते हैं तो वो एक अच्छा सा लगता है कि यार कुछ अपना है इधर, कुछ छोड़ गए. वादा किया है अम्मी को ले जाऊंगा बैंड्रा वापस. So let's hope that happens inshallah. But yeah, Bandra has got its own flavor that you can't. वो कभी जाता नहीं है.
Bandra has got its own
And I'm not saying
charm.
that because I was born and brought up over there, but है उसकी एक कुछ खासियत है उस जगह.
And you were a studious one in school or?
No, very average. I think 7th 8th तक वो normally pass हो जाता था for 50% 55%. प्रेशर बहुत रहता था. वो हमेशा लगता है कि वो अम्मी अब्बा हमेशा बोल रहे हैं पढ़ाई करो. तो बहुत अच्छा लाना है, बट जो मैं लाता था आई थिंक वाज एक्सेप्टेबल टू देम.
You failed ever?
हाँ आई फेल्ड.
Guys, this is an important topic. You failed, right?
Yeah,
कितने बार फेल?
2 मरतबा फेल हुआ.
मतलब क्लास फेल हो गए?
पूरा क्लास फेल. 9th आई फेल्ड और 9th में तो मुझे स्कूल से भी निकाल दिया था.
Oh, क्यों?
पता नहीं, पूछना उनको जाके.
No, but genuinely, really, why?
हाँ बस वो एक ही वजह से मैं उस स्कूल से बड़ा खफा हूँ. मैं गलती मेरी थी नहीं, खामों का निकाल दिया.
हुआ क्या था ये तो बताओ.
अरे यार there were kids in the classroom, they were playing the fool. तो डक टेप सेलो टेप आता है ना, तो किसी ने उस पर लिख के फक यू लिख के किसी की पीठ पे चिपकाया, फिर उसने उसकी पीठ पे है. अब वो ऐसे एक ढक्कन के पास गया जो पहले बेंच पे बैठा है, somebody put something on my back है टीचर से. वो टीचर को दिखाया तो उस पर लिखा था फक यू, नो फक मी, सॉरी. अब वो देख के टीचर भिन्ना गई, अरे हु डिड दिस, दिस इज हैपनिंग इन साइंस स्टैनिस्लॉस. उसने जाके प्रिंसिपल को बोली. वो प्रिंसिपल ने बोला, हेडमास्टर को बोला कि आप देखिए, वो शर्मा सर थे. नो इडियट कोकोनट. वो ये शर्म नहीं आ रही, आज मैं बोल रहा हूँ. बप्पी लहरी जैसा बेल्ट पहन के आते थे, जैसे झुमके वाले बाल थे उनके. हिज सन वाज अ गुड फ्रेंड ऑफ माइन, सॉरी नो ऑफेंस, बट ये तरीका नहीं था यार मेरे साथ डील करने का. सो ही वेंट एंड टोल्ड द क्लास टीचर दैट यू डील विद दिस. तो उनका पता नहीं क्या, उनका 36 का आंकड़ा होगा, उनकी कुछ थी. तो शी सेड नो, आई एम द क्लास टीचर, दिस इज़ अ बिगर इशू, यू आर द हेड मास्टर, यू डील विद इट. तो उन्होंने सीधा नीचे जाके प्रिंसिपल को कुछ शायद उल्टा सीधा बोल दिया होगा. अब वो क्या होता है ना, वो क्या बोलते हैं उसके साथ, क्या घी पिसता है जो बोलते हैं, वो ही हुआ. तो प्रिंसिपल ने सीधा ठक ठक ठक, हेलो आमिर दलवी, कम डाउन योर रस्टिकेट. तो हुआ क्या, उन्होंने आके तहकीकात ये की कि ये किसका है. तो मैंने देखा ये तो मेरा है. ओके कम योर रस्टिकेट. अब वो किसी हरामखोर ने मेरे बैग से निकाला, उस पर कुछ लिखा, उसने उसको चिपकाया, उसने उसको चिपकाया. इनके बीच में ये कहानी चल रही है यार, मैं फसादी कैसे हो गया. बोले नहीं तुम लाए क्यों. अरे भाई मैंने लाया होगा क्राफ्ट या उसके लिए, और वो रह गया है. तो लाया, मैं क्या बंदूक ले आया हूँ क्या. मैंने थोड़ी बंदूक लाया और somebody picked up my gun and shot somebody. It's just a fucking piece of tape. They rusticated me.
What are you
And that's the
saying?
first time I saw my father so embarrassed, and he literally cried in front of the principal, and I fucking hate that. That man did not have to cry. मतलब ये जो सॉरी चूतियों की फौज थी वहाँ पर जो समझ नहीं सकी कि यार इस चीज़ की तहकीकात कैसी करें, and that was not the way to deal with it. I feel very offended about it.
But I'm sure these kind of things keep happening and have happened in the past, and it's happening as we speak. Some institutions don't get into the depth of the matter, and फिर क्या होता है, the wrong kid has been restricted or they are punished and for the wrong reasons, for the I don't know, and it's not fair because वो कहीं ना कहीं has kept some kind of a trauma, बोलते हैं ना वो slight kind of, these are small traumas in life that stays with you in your growing phase. So I'm hoping the institutions have become better with these kind of matters and they don't take it so seriously and make it awkward for the family and for the kids who are studying there. But having said that, I must also say कि छोटी छोटी चीज़ें, मतलब ये तब छोटी नहीं लगती, बहुत बड़ी चीज़ है, पर लाइफ में ये सब एक मेमोरी बन के रह जाती है या एक इशू बन के रह जाता है. बट व्हेन यू लुक एट द बिगर पिक्चर, लुक हु वी हैव. And then, so you got failed and all of that. So
yeah,
was
so
it
then,
a big thing?
So I failed that year, unfortunately, in the 9th grade. So they said us to leave school. And I think आप code of conduct में ना आप कभी भी किसी का है ना बैड नहीं लिख सकते. वो बहुत बड़ी तोहमत होती है. सो स्कूल्स आर टोल्ड एंड टीचर्स आर टॉट कि आप कॉन्डक्ट में कभी भी है ना बैड नहीं लिखोगे. वो भले ही कितना भी फेलियर स्टूडेंट, कितना भी डम, कुछ भी बेवकूफ़ कुछ ना हो, बट आप कॉन्डक्ट में कभी ऐसा नहीं लिखोगे. तो उन्होंने उस पर, माई फादर वॉज लाइक, मतलब आप क्योंकि कल हम किसी स्कूल में जाएंगे और कुछ बोलेंगे कि अच्छा हमको एडमिशन दीजिए 9th में, इनको रिपीट करवाना है, तो उस पर लिखा रहेगा मार्कशीट पे, रिजल्ट पे, आस्क्ड टू लीव स्कूल. व्हाट डज दैट मीन? व्हाई इज द स्कूल आस्किंग यू टू लीव? मतलब आपने कुछ बहुत बड़ा कांड किया है. व्हाट हैव यू डन? प्लीज लेट अस नो. मतलब आप कैसे जस्ट, दैट स्टेटमेंट इज सेल्फ इज सच अ बिग स्टेटमेंट. आप फिर कितनी भी दलीलें दे दो, आप कितने भी बड़े वकील को लाके खड़े कर दो, nobody is going to listen that. Then why did इतना बड़ा इंस्टीट्यूशन तो लिख के देगा? तो ये गलत है, ये चीज़ें होनी नहीं चाहिए.
ये चीज़ें चेंज होनी चाहिए, अगर होती है अभी भी तो.
Yeah, I find it very filmy and it's, I mean, I can still show you those mark sheets and all of that. This is what is written. Fortunately, St. Xavier's was very accepting. Like I said, वैसे मेरी ज़िंदगी में बहुत सारी चीज़ें और लोग हैं. So they accepted me. Then I did my 9th and 10th from there.
Wow.
वहाँ से मेरा एक बहुत पुराना एक अजीज़ दोस्त है, साजिद करके. सो आई चेरिश ऑल ऑफ दैट वो उस नई स्कूल से मुझे वो बंदा मिला जो आज भी मेरी ज़िंदगी में मौजूद है. सो या देन अगेन वेंट बैक टू बांद्रा रिजवी कॉलेज बिकॉज वो गवर्नमेंट कोटे के थ्रू वहाँ मिला. देन बांद्रा, सो बांद्रा से बहुत ज़्यादा क्लोज कनेक्शन रहा है.
इंटरेस्टिंग.
सलमान वॉज माई सीनियर इन स्कूल. I mean, I still remember I was in KG, higher KG or something, and we could see Salman Bhai used to play. So I didn't even know. So the kids used to say, "अरे वो है ना." I think I was in the first standard, ऐसा ही कुछ, first या कुछ. So they used to say, "अरे वो model." Then so and he used to wear that, and such a good-looking guy, mashallah.
तभी भी, मतलब तभी बचपन से.
And that time Sohail was a much better looking guy.
Wow.
So because Sohail had this golden hair and Salman Bhai was also, of course, he is Salman Bhai, but like there were like these like, for me Sohail used to register more.
Wow.
You know, because and Sohail used to ride a BMX, so that fascinated me. Sohail was into bikes, and I loved the BMX, and he used to come and do stoppies and wheelies. So Sohail registered, and of course Salman Bhai had passed out. So for us, वो एक instance देखा, कभी होगा, कभी कॉलेज स्कूल में मैच चल रही है तो he's come to play, and he. But
that time he was not Salman Khan.
No, so that time he was Salim Khan's son. He had, I think, done the Lifebuoy ad.
Acha, he had done something that time.
So they used to say, "Arey, wo he's Salim Khan, and Salim Khan is a writer, and
yes,
so he's Salim Saab's son, and he's done a Lifebuoy ad. Lifebuoy ऐसी कोई product उन्होंने किया था. Okay, वो से kick मार रहे हैं, and so yeah, that's how all school.
Did you bump into them later in life?
No, never, yaar. I so wished.
Salman sir, schoolmate, kabhi?
Stanislite. Yeah, that's what we call when if you're from Stanislaus, you call yourself a Stanislite. But I'm a Stanislite.
Ooh.
I saw him after that many a time. I used to, when there's a bike garage at Zigzag Road, so I used to always go in his gypsy, that white fitted T-shirt. And I used to just keep looking. ये क्या चीज़ है यार?
So you met him a lot. I mean, you bumped into him a lot of times.
मैं दूर से देखा, वो कोई मौका ही मिला.
आपको जाके बोला जी ना.
अरे बट वो उतना, जब तक वो मतलब वो हम उठ के मैं देखूं, और वो गाड़ी जब तक उन्होंने साइड में क्योंकि इसलिए की कि कोई दूसरी गाड़ी गुजर रही है, और फिर उन्होंने गियर में डाल के, तो तब तक आप कहाँ हाँ, और ऐसे तो 10 लोग चीख के चिल्ला के बुलाते होंगे ना सलमान करके, और ऐसे तो कोई नहीं रुकता। हाँ बट वो है, मैंने ये सोच के रखा है बहुत, ऐसे मेरे ऐसे काफ़ी लोगों के साथ किस्से हैं जिनको मैं बोलना चाहता हूँ कि मैंने आपको तब से मैंने आपको देखा हूँ, या आप मेरे लाइक आई वांट टू गो एंड टेल हिम दैट यू आर माय सीनियर इन
Yes,
स्कूल,
you
एंड आई वांट टू टेल
should.
सोहेल आल्सो दैट यू आर माय सीनियर, एंड टेल हिम इंस्टेंसेस लाइक that BMX, how he used to come riding and he had that golden hair, और वो हमारे एंट्रेंस में ना प्रॉपर स्पीड ब्रेकर था, तो वो वहाँ पे आके स्टॉप ही मारते थे. So these are visuals that have stayed with me about these people. So inshallah, whenever I meet them, I will tell them
Soon.
and share it. Inshallah, soon.
We should. And there was a time we were doing CID because it was the same production house. So Salman sir had come for his promotion for Kick.
So probably the other cops must have been on that.
Yeah, it's like cops. So yeah, we did a small little gig, but I wished I would have been very happy if you would have. But yeah, nice. And then talking about schooling and stuff, you've got two lovely kids.
Yes.
Tell me something about them.
Oh, Rasha and Abir. Rasha is my daughter. She's 19. Abir is 16. He's in first year of degree college.
16
junior college.
16 and 19.
19, yeah.
Father of two
kids.
16 and 19. And you're single.
Yeah.
And you're looking for girls, no?
Yeah, I'm looking. No, honestly. Seriously. No, very seriously. I'm looking for a partner.
I am looking for girls for you.
Yeah. She's taken the...
I have taken the initiative because ऐसा लड़का कहाँ मिलेगा? फोटोग्राफी भी कर देगा, जब भी फोटो खींचने फोटो खींचेगा, कभी बाइक राइड पे जाना बाइक पे भी ले जाएगा, कभी चिल करना है जिम. ही इज अमेजिंग. ओ माय गॉड, ही सो ही रिलीजियसली गोज टू हिज जिम, ही वर्क्स आउट, ही विल हेल्प यू ट्रेन योरसेल्फ एंड ऑल ऑफ दैट. मतलब कहाँ मिलेगा एक्टर इतना अच्छा? मतलब आज तो मैं आई थिंक आफ्टर दिस शो ना ऐसे नीचे आने वाले 2-3 DMs आने वाले. हाय, आई हर्ड यू सिंगल. So would you be okay to start mingling with people if they get in touch with you?
Yeah, I would love to. I would not
when
by
I
mingling.
was planning to hit on you, not planning to hit, I used to like you or whatever. You were already taken and I said, yaar, he's got 2 kids and मतलब अब मैं क्या अभी now he's got a family and
अब मैं फैल जाऊंगा. बाल ठीक है?
Just shut up.
Yeah.
And now तो मतलब it's like we are such good friends. अब तो कुछ हो नहीं सकता ना? नहीं, हम चाहे तो हो सकता है?
नहीं.
Oh my God.
अभी उसको बहुत जान लिया.
Yeah, now we can't reach that.
इनिशियल में क्या आप रिस्क ले लेते हैं ना, they are going with the flow that हाँ चल ठीक है, इसका ये 19 तो मेरा, ये 20 ये 19 तो इसका.
अब तो we know each other so much, we're such good friends now.
अरे भाई नहीं, बट दोस्ती होना बहुत ज़रूरी होती है कोई भी रिश्ते में, रिलेशनशिप्स में, बिटवीन अ गाय एंड अ गर्ल. दोस्ती होना बहुत ज़रूरी है.
ज़्यादा दोस्ती भी नहीं अच्छी होती है.
ये भी कह सकते हैं, बट ज़्यादा दोस्ती कभी कभार इट्स वेरी सिचुएशनल. कोई जगह पे ना आपको बहुत ज़्यादा दोस्ती दिखानी पड़ती है. समटाइम्स दैट यू हैव टू बी ब्लेटेंटली ऑनेस्ट टू दैट पर्सन दैट सुनिए ये सही नहीं है तुम्हारे लिए, यू नो. वो ज़्यादा दोस्ती दिखाना हो गया ना. और कहीं पे वो बहुत मॉडरेट रहनी चाहिए. कितनी बार होता है कि लोग बुरा मान जाते हैं, तो आपको पता है यार वो सामने वाला ना सुन पाएगा, तो अगर मैं इधर कम दोस्ती हूँ तो आई वुड टेक योर मॉडरेट दोस्ती इन ऑन दीज लेवल्स, यू नो. कहाँ ज़्यादा कहाँ,
राइट.
बट ऑन द होल दोस्ती होना बहुत ज़रूरी है.
So your take on relationships, you've had a difficult relationship with in the past.
Now the with had
with
so many
your
questions that with
ex-wife.
so many women, or it was like with and then you
With
stopped. Yeah.
with so many women and
नहीं.
if I may say with your ex-wife.
नहीं, डिफ़िकल्ट देखो, डिफ़िकल्ट तो होता ही है, ईजी कभी नहीं होता, यू नो. एंड डिफ़िकल्टीज़ के सबके अपने लेवल है, और मैं यही कहता हूँ खुदा उसको देता ही उतना है जिसमें उसको पता है वो उतना झेल पाएगा, उससे ज़्यादा कभी देगा नहीं वो. सो इट इज़ डिफ़िकल्ट. कभी कभार बस ये है कि आसपास के लोगों के लिए वो डिफ़िकल्ट हो जाता है. लाइक आई एम अ सिंगल पेरेंट नाउ एंड not having a complete family is somewhere I feel that pinch.
You do?
Yeah, of course. यार आज बच्चों को, आज एक घर में बच्चों के लिए माँ भी है और उसी घर में बाप भी है, वो एक बहुत बड़ी बात है. आज वो घर में वो माँ साथ में नहीं है ईद के दिन, या ईद के दिन वो बाप साथ में नहीं है, वो किसी और के साथ रहता है, वो बहुत बड़ी बात है. मुझे वो बहुत खलती है बात, और मुझे लगता है यार कहीं ये एक चीज़ ना होती तो यू नो this would have been this could have been better.
Are you all still good friends?
Who? Me and
Your
my
ex-wife?
No, we are not friends. We talk. बच्चों को लेके जब कुछ बात होती है या बीच में कोई ऐसी कोई चीज़ आती है जहाँ पे उसका इन्वॉल्वमेंट है,
Amicable.
हाँ हाँ बात करते हैं. The kids go meet her, they spend
so
day
sweet.
time with her. Like she anytime picks up the phone and call me. Like अभी 4-5 दिन पहले की बात, अबीर गया हुआ था रहने के लिए, तो she call me, she like आमिर ये अबीर मुझे सता रहा है. So I was like क्या हुआ? तो वो उसको बोला था मम्मी मुझे गणपति के लिए कहीं जाना है, मुझे कुर्ता दिला के दो, कुर्ता दिला के दो. So then she called me, so I spoke to him. I said कौन सा कुर्ता चाहिए? He's like ऐसा ऐसा चाहिए. I said वो कुर्ता पड़ा हुआ है, वो पहन के जाओ, अच्छा खासा है. So he's like oh हाँ, मैं बोला डंजो कर देता हूँ तुमको. So she does call on matters like that, but ऐसे कोई दोस्ती नहीं है क्या, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. And there's a lot of respect now because she's moved on. So वो एक चीज़ है कि वो आज किसी और की अहलियाँ हैं, तो I have to respect that.
But relationships are like that, no? When you all are together and over a period of time it gets heated up and there are times when you can't, मतलब आप एक दूसरे को सहन नहीं कर पाते हो. But eventually when you get out of that situation and you have experienced all the highs and lows, eventually you start respecting each other कि ये बातों पे हमने कितना we made it a big deal and now you come to a point where you become neutral.
हाँ, क्योंकि उस वक्त क्या होता है ना, कितनी बार ये होता है कि आपको एक पॉइंट प्रूव करना है, आपको ये प्रूव करना है कि मैं गलत नहीं हूँ, मैंने कोई गलत इरादे से कुछ नहीं किया, या मैं जो कह रहा हूँ वो सही है. ये सारे बहुत सारे पहलू होते हैं. उसको प्रूव करने के चक्कर में ना आप उस चीज़ को या उस झगड़े को बहुत आगे ले चले जाते हो, नॉट रियलाइजिंग कि उसका रिपरकशन क्या होगा या व्हाट कैन इट लीड टू. और दे से एज ऑल्सो, एक 35 साल का कपल, उनकी मैच्योरिटी और उनके लिए डील करना है एक सिचुएशन के लिए एक बहुत अलग है, और एक 50 साल के कपल के लिए बहुत अलग है. लाइक नाउ दैट आई हैव बीन थ्रू अ रिलेशनशिप एंड आई हैव सीन सो मच ऑफ लाइफ, आई नो इन अ न्यू रिलेशनशिप इफ़ कुछ ऐसा होगा, मुझे पता है उस पर कि शायद वो उस बात पे मैं 20 साल पहले वैसे रिएक्ट नहीं करता, मैं शायद गुस्सा कर देता, डांट देता. पर आज आप समझने की कोशिश करते हो कि अच्छा यार उसका पहलू ऐसा है, मेरा ऐसा है, और बट यू हैव टू पुट योर पॉइंट्स वेरी क्लियरली कि यार सुनो, ये जो तुम बोल रही हो या सोच रहे हो करने का ना, मैं ये नहीं कह रहा हूँ सही है, तुम्हारे लिए वो सही होगा, मेरे लिए गलत होगा, मुझे ये कंफर्टेबल नहीं लगता है ना.
But I wish it was that simple, ना.
नहीं, वो उस वक्त नहीं होता जब दिमाग आपका घुमा हुआ रहता है ना.
And it's not about one thing, ना. वो एक चीज़ होगी, फिर कुछ और चीज़ होगी, फिर it's a pent up of all of that, right?
It's a collective thing and वो कलेक्टिव तब हो जाता है जब आप बातें नहीं करते हो. क्योंकि क्या होता है, परसों तुमने कुछ बोला, मुझे अच्छा नहीं लगा, मैंने 2 दिन तक अंदर रखा, तीसरे दिन आपसे बात कर ली, वो निकल गया, फिर एक नया आएगा, तो वो नए और वो पुराने वालों से ना बहुत सारी लर्निंग भी होती है. बट अगर आपने नहीं किया ना तो फिर क्या होगा, तुम चल रही हो, नहीं, फिर तुमने 2 दिन बाद बोला तुम चल रहे हो, नहीं, वो नहीं करने ना वो इतना बड़ा हो जाता है. और वो नहीं में ना, यू आर सेइंग नो फॉर समथिंग, आई एम सेइंग नो फॉर समथिंग, वी disagreeing on something, after a period of time becomes such a huge disagreement and so many disagreements in that, वो हर एक मुद्दा बन जाता है. उस दिन तुमने उस वाली बात पे वो बोला, उस दिन मैंने वे वाली बात पे ये बोला, तो वो करते करते फिर वो एक बहुत बड़ा गट्ठा हो जाता है. तो doesn't make sense.
Also, you think because I don't know. I mean, if it would have been now, would you have tried to mend things and put things together, or you're very, very happy that this happened because it is for the better?
Yes, I would have tried to do it in a different way. Definitely, I always say that. मैं आज भी बोलता हूँ. But I always understand one thing कि अगर आज कोई आपके साथ नहीं है, so that person was never meant to be with you.
Wow.
तो अगर वो आज छोड़ के चले गए हैं ना, जैसे मेरी अम्मी है, आफ्टर आई गॉट सेपरेटेड, ऑफकोर्स तो उसके पहले ही आई हैड गॉट अम्मी ओवर टू स्टे विद अस एंड फैमिली, बट आफ्टर दैट शी नेवर मेंट. माई एल्डर ब्रदर, शी इज़ इन अ मच कंफर्टेबल स्पेस विद माई एल्डर ब्रदर. वहाँ वो लिटरली महारानी है, शी इज़ द दादी माँ ऑफ दैट हाउस, शी डजंट हैव टू डू एनीथिंग. मेरे घर में शी डज एवरीथिंग, शी इज़ मैनेजिंग द हाउस, she's looking after everything now, and ever since the kids have come, so it's an entire job for her.
Right.
She's 83 माशाल्लाह. So वो टस से मस नहीं हुई. माई ब्रदर यूज्ड टू टेल हर, आप 10 दिन की छुट्टी ले लो, आप आ जाओ, कम एंड स्टे विद अस. शी डिड नॉट. शी गोज वीकेंड पे जाती हैं. पहले तो शी यूज्ड टू गो सैटरडे संडे. नाउ इट्स बिकम लाइक अ संडे थिंग. शी गोज इन द मॉर्निंग, शी इज बैक इन द नाइट. सो ऑफकोर्स वो तो माँ है, बट आई वेरी स्ट्रांगली बिलीव इन इट. जब अगर वाकई में कोई आपका है ना, तो वो कभी आपको छोड़ के नहीं जाता.
Somehow we'll put it together.
Somehow we'll put it together.
Beautiful. And being a single father, let's talk about that. I want, there are many single mothers. Being a single father, and he's done it so beautifully. They are beautiful, both your babies.
नहीं, I'm blessed that I have such beautiful kids. Alhamdulillah.
So your upbringing, it's
जो भी हाँ परवरिश उनको दे सकें, because of mummy being in the house now also. So I've never had a very tough time, or जैसे because I see with other friends of mine, their kids, and you know उनको क्या क्या issues होते हैं हमारे यहाँ पे भी होते हैं, बट वो उतने वो नहीं है, क्योंकि वो पहली चीज़ मैंने दायरा ही वैसा रखा है. मैंने वो दोस्ती भी अगर रखी है, जैसे मैं अबीर को कभी मस्ती में आता हूँ, I'm sorry I'm सिग्नल गया, मैं उसको आकर बोलूँगा क्या रे गांडो क्या कर रहा है. I tell him that. I've kept that rapport.
I love it.
But जैसे उस दिन one day something he did, so I said तीन दिन तक अभी जाना नहीं नीचे. So second day in the night I asked him, I said क्या आज गए नहीं? 3 दिन का तो आपने बोला, मेरे में इतनी डेयरिंग नहीं है. This was his reaction. So I was like, wow, I'm so blessed that if I've kept it like this, I've kept it like this. अगर मैं आँख दिखा दी ना कि नहीं ये आज नहीं करना है, या ये बदतमीजी है, ख़त्म, खलास. एंड इट्स नॉट दैट कि वो बाप से डरते हैं, वो रिस्पेक्ट है जो हमारे मेरे वालिद साहब के लिए. अरे तुम वो बोल रहे हो, आई गॉट मैरिड, ठीक है, और हमारे फादर ने हमें, ये मुस्लिम कल्चर है कि मगरिब होती है, शाम मगरिब के वक्त घर पे आ जाओ, यू हैव टू कम बैक होम. लड़कियों के लिए वो होता है. तो हमको भी बोला जाता था कि मगरिब तक घर आ जाया करो. आई गॉट मैरिड. So when I used to go out with my ex-wife, I used to call, और वो टाइम लाइन का ज़माना था, तो I used to tell अम्मी, वो अब्बा को बोलना ना हम लोग पिक्चर जा रहे हैं 9 साढ़े 9 बजे तक. हाँ ठीक है ना. माई वाइफ आस्क्ड मी, से इतना डरते क्यों? ऐसा नहीं, डरते नहीं हो, वो अब्बा ने हमारी डर नहीं है. तो यार तुम्हारी शादी हो गई, तुम आज भी फ़ोन करके. आई सेड हाँ, क्योंकि वो उन्होंने हमको सिखाया है वैसा, और वो डर नहीं है, वो उनकी रिस्पेक्ट है. वी रिस्पेक्ट हिम सो मच कि यार वो आदमी ने बोल दिया ना एक बार, उनको ऐसा है. तो आज हम लेट हो रहे हैं, हम उनके शायद उसके ऊपर नहीं आने वाले, बट हम उसको इत्तला कर दे रहे हैं कि आज हम लेट होंगे. सो दैट इज़ एंड आई थिंक दैट इज़ समवेयर व्हाट आई हैव ट्राइड टू कीप विथ माई किड्स ऑल्सो, कि जाओ करो जो करना है, बट यू हैव टू इन्फॉर्म, यू हैव टू, एक सर्टन दायरे में. होगा दिन होंगे जहाँ पे आप दायरे से बाहर जाओगे, जाइए, क्योंकि जाओगे नहीं तो सीख के नहीं आओगे, बट दायरा मत भूलो. यू कांट फॉरगेट व्हाट योर दायरा इज.
So as a single father, was it difficult to, I mean, you know, you have a daughter, मतलब बेटी होना ना बहुत अलग हो जाता है. तो have you ever, what are the differences that you've had, son and daughter, and how have you, I mean, are you close to her more, or ऐसा कुछ है? थोड़े biased होते हैं fathers to daughters ना.
तो बेटे के साथ बहुत, मेरे साथ ही कमरा शेयर करता है, मेरे साथ ही पलंग पे
अच्छा
सोता है. हाँ, तो अब मतलब वो मौजूदा हालात में, तो उसके साथ बहुत अलग रैपो है. पर बेटी थोड़ा कम बोलती है, और हाँ वो थोड़ी सी ज़्यादा उससे मैच्योर है.
गर्ल्स ऑलवेज,
बट वो उस एक्चुअली ये ना दोनों के लिए खिंचाव सेम है. उसके लिए एक अलग टाइप का है, उसके लिए एक अलग टाइप का है. आई थिंक नुस्खा उसका वही है, द सेम फ्लेवर, बट इट्स इन डिफरेंट शेप. आई डोंट नो व्हाट एवर हाउ एवर यू टेक इट, बट बेटी बहुत ख़ास है. ऑफकोर्स बेटी तो होती ही ख़ास, और शी वाज द फर्स्ट किड ना, तो वो भी होता है. बेटा सेकंड था, जो जबकि बोलते हैं ना कि बेटा घर का वो होता है, बट बिकॉज शी इज़ द फर्स्ट वन, तो वो उसके लिए, वैसे वो अबीर हमेशा बोलता है हाँ आप ही की बात मान जाते हो, मेरी बात नहीं मानते हो. फिर वो समझाना पड़ता है कि यार वो उसकी उम्र अलग है, वो लड़की ज़ात है. आज भी मतलब आई स्टिल फॉलो दैट इन माई हाउस, यू नो, मतलब वो लड़की को पूरी इजाज़त है, तुमको जो पढ़ना है जो करना है करो, बट वो प्रॉब्ली इट्स ऑलवेज बीन देयर इन द फैमिली. तो आज भी हम वो उसको लड़की ज़ात, नॉट बिकॉज वो लड़की ज़ात है, इट्स नॉट दैट, इट्स यू टू रिस्पेक्ट, दैट्स अ वुमन, यू हैव टू कीप हर, उसको नज़ाकत से रखना है, उसको सब चीज़ करवानी है, उसको सब सारी इजाज़त देनी है करनी है, बट उसको नज़ाकत से रखना है. यू कांट डिसरिस्पेक्ट. वो है ही ना, औरत है ही नाजुक ना, तुम उसको ऐसे करके वो लड़का लौंडा थोड़ी है, वो आप रखो, तो आई थिंक एवरीथिंग इज सॉर्टेड। तो वो खुद ही औरत भी समझेगी कि यार हाँ मुझे रखा तो सही तरीके से था ना, गलत कुछ नहीं किया जा रहा मेरे साथ।
So sweet, you've beautifully, like, you've been such a great father. I'm
वक्त
so
और
proud of you.
एक्सपीरियंस, थैंक यू, वक्त और एक्सपीरियंस सिखाता है वो।
You're very inspiring, and I'm just very proud of you. And uh, tell me, so they also want to pursue acting or something?
नहीं यार, किसी को भी नहीं।
Are you serious?
हाँ, Rasha is doing her, she's at School of Design. She wants to be
Wow.
a product designer. That's what she wants to do.
Wow.
एक वक्त था उसको जब बनना था, माशाल्लाह बहुत खूबसूरत है।
She's very
वो।
beautiful.
हाँ।
I've seen her
और
pictures
मुझे
on
बहुत-
your
लेकिन
post.
इनफैक्ट अब लोग बोलते हैं, जब मैं उनको बोलता हूँ करना है, बोले नहीं यार, नहीं यार, बट उसको एक मौका दो। मैं यार, बट नहीं करना उसको यार, उसको शौक ही नहीं है। तो मुझे तो नहीं लगता वो शायद करे, और ऐसे कोई रुकावट नहीं है।
Of course.
अबीर शायद कल को करे अगर उसको, बिकॉज ही समवेयर आई फील ही इज़ फैसिनेटेड विथ मी, बिकॉज द वे आई कैरी माई सेल्फ। सो जैसे मैं जिम जाता हूँ तो मैं शूट पे जाता हूँ, तो उसको वो दिखता है कि यार वो अब्बा की वो जो रुतबा है, रिस्पेक्ट है, एक ओहदा है, वो अपनी जो तरीक़ों से चीज़ें करते हैं, जिस तरीके से अपने आप को कैरी करते हैं, आई थिंक दैट इज़ फैसिनेटिंग हिम राइट नाउ। But I just hope that fascination doesn't make him feel that because he's an actor, he is doing this. I would want that fascination to go to him, but then it should be that, yeah, tomorrow I can be an advocate also and I can be so cool. I want him to understand that rather than कि वो actor है इसके लिए वो cool है, नहीं। मैं cool कल को डॉक्टर बन के भी MBBS 3 घंटा स्टेथोस्कोप लगा के भी बाहर निकलने के बाद I may be the coolest doctor over there.
I want all our viewers and our friends watching us to know this part that you just said. कि just cause you're an actor or whatever, only then you have to be cool. ऐसा नहीं है. आप कोई भी profession से हो, you have to feel and be cool, irrespective of where and what comes for you.
In fact, when I see very good-looking people from different walks of life and different professions, I get very impressed and I feel like, boss, यार अच्छा है, मतलब अच्छा है ये, मतलब एक्टर नहीं बना ये, और ये मतलब ये डॉक्टर बन गया है, या ये पायलट है। When I see and I feel like, wow, this is a handsome pilot, or this is a very beautiful chef that I see, or this is a very beautiful woman who's a businesswoman, and I feel that, wow, what qualities है। तो ज़रूरी नहीं है कि अच्छा दिखना या वो, you know, वो सिर्फ।
And nowadays also because of social media, people are little more aware of carrying themselves in a certain way. ज़रूरी नहीं है कि वो एक्टर हो या कुछ हो, वो कहीं ना कहीं, I'm very happy that has been a thing now that everybody has taken an initiative of taking care of themselves and looking in a certain way, cause आप social media में कहीं ना कहीं आपके Instagram के through you're reaching out to people. And tell me about your biking now. Here we go. Where it started, how it happened.
बाइकिंग शौक आई थिंक बचपन से ही इंजन का शौक था। तो हमारे घर में पाली हिल पे एक केन की कुर्सी थी। अगर पुरानी केन की कुर्सी देखिए, वो ऐसी रहती है, गोल।
हाँ,
केन लपटा हुआ रहता है,
Right.
इधर केन बैक पे और नीचे केन।
हाँ,
उसको मैं घुमाता था, तो घुमा के वो ऐसे स्टीयरिंग व्हील बन जाते थे।
Are you serious?
अब और सुनो क्रिएटिविटी। बाटा की चप्पल देखिए, बाथरूम वाली, ऊपर वाइट नीचे ब्लू।
Correct.
उसको उल्टा करो, और अगर कभी याद है ना, पुरानी जो BST बस है ना, उसका कभी जाके एक्सलरेटर देखना। उस पे जो एक्सलरेटर पे ना ऐसे लाइंस है, ग्रूव्स है,
Okay.
वो ग्रिप के लिए, एंड इट्स वो ऐसा ब्लॉक रहता है।
Okay.
जब मैं अपनी बाटा की चप्पल उल्टा करता था ना, मुझे वो जो लाइंस दिखती थी ना, मुझे लगता था वो इट्स आई टू रिलेट कनेक्ट टू दैट। तो वो मेरा एक्सलरेटर होता था,
Photographic memory.
और ये दोनों मेरे क्लच और ब्रेक होते थे। तो दो मेरी चप्पल और एक्सलरेटर अब्बा की चप्पल, बड़ी वाली, क्योंकि वो बड़ा रहेगा। आई शुड ड्राइव। तो मैं सुबह में उठ के मैं बस चलाता था, फिर मैं टिकट्स BST की वो कलेक्ट करता था। सो दैट इज़ वेयर ऑल दिस स्टार्टेड कमिंग टू मी। देन द फर्स्ट टाइम, देन स्पीड एक्साइटेड मी, एंड स्पीड नॉट कि सड़क पे आप गाड़ी भगा रहे होने, मुझे एक स्पीड इन अ सर्टन वे। द फर्स्ट टाइम आई थिंक आई वाज वेरी यंग एंड आई सॉ अ डर्ट बाइक, एंड देन आई सॉ संजय दत्त इन रॉकी ऑन अ डर्ट बाइक। देन सलीम, आई डोंट रिमेंबर हिज सरनेम, बट सलीम करके एक स्टंटमैन टाइप होते थे जो हीरो में भी थे with Jackie Shroff.
Right.
Fat guy. He used to have a lot of bikes. I had seen him in person on a scrambler also. And that shape of a dirt bike fascinated me. And that drew my attention. And that's when I started getting fascinated. Then the BMX cycle. So that is where it all started from. So I think I remember I was 8, I think 8, I think or so 8 or 9, and I rode a moped for the first time.
What's a moped?
वो बिना गियर की जो आती है ना, वो स्टार्ट करो और कभी स्लो हो जाती तो पेडल करो तो फास्ट हो जाती. TVS मोपेड, वो वाली पहली बार चलाई थी मैंने. I rode that. Then the second thing I rode was a geared scooter, Bajaj की. I rode that, and I think मतलब 11-12 साल, 10-11 साल, इन सालों में मेरे से बाइक दिख जाती थी तो मैं I was able to ride it. And I think at the age of 13, I had my elder brother went to pursue hotel management, so he shifted from Bombay to Goa. So he had an RX 100. That is when that RX 100 came to me. तो मेरी जिम्मेदारी थी कि थर्सडे जिस दिन छुट्टी होती थी उसको धोना है भाईजान के लिए, और उन्होंने तो बोल के गया था धोना, मैं उसको दूसरे तरीके से भी धोता था, उसको ऑन करके जाता था. हमारे बगल में पेटेट हाई स्कूल थी विच यूज टू लीव एट 3:45 in the evening. मैं वहाँ एक चक्कर मार के आता था फास्ट जाके. So that is where all the bike fascination happened. I rode my first race at the age of 16, and I told my parents this is what I
You
want
would
to do.
go for race and all, kabhi you don't have the fear, and I mean, how does it, you're an actor
Yeah.
and you're a racer. Two absolute different things, can hamper each other.
I know. But वो जब ये लोग कहते हैं तो तब उसका रियलाइज होता है. वैसे when I'm doing it कभी आज तक, only when people have spoken about it, that is, so there must have been like 5-6 instances where people have said something like that and this thing has registered with me. या तो कभी नहीं. वो like my today's till date my street bike or whatever is a Activa, is a scooty. So if you see me ride, बोलेंगे अंकल जा रहे हैं. But when you see me on the track with that kit and that helmet, that's a different devil over there. It's unbelievable that these are two.
Where do you
artists.
practice?
There are different facilities in and around Pune, Nasik. Keeps changing. यहाँ भी थोड़े बॉम्बे के आउटस्कर्ट्स में भी कुछ जगहें शुरू हुई हैं, बट लॉजिस्टिकली बहुत डिफिकल्ट हो जाता है आना जाना उन सब. जैसे पूना नासिक में जैसी जगहें, माई बाइक्स आर ऑलरेडी लाइंग ओवर देयर, सो आई जस्ट हैव टू गो देयर, spend 2 days ride.
So your bikes are lying there?
Yeah.
You don't bring it here?
No, यहाँ पर तो जगह नहीं ना, मैं लाके यहाँ रखूँ क्या? It's waste.
How many bikes you have?
I have one right now.
Okay.
Yeah. And now that my son has started riding, so I need to get another one. So very soon there'll be 2 bikes.
Nice.
And one bike is more than enough. Like ऐसा वो पूरा ऐसा मार्केट नहीं लगाना पड़ता आपको, क्योंकि वो एक बाइक में ही खर्चा इतना है, maintaining it, and it's not an cheap sport. It's expensive.
Right.
Tires.
And you like expensive, what do you call, hobbies?
Shauqeen.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that is it. And
I want to talk about that accident that happened.
which one?
There was a bike accident that आप racing के लिए गए थे, and that's when you.
Many of them, yaar.
Many of them.
Tailbone, ये वो. The only thing that I have broken and which is a non-bike thing is this finger of mine.
I thought that is cause of your bike.
No, that's.
ये क्या मतलब कैसे
ये
हुआ?
डंबल के बीच में रखते वक्त
Again
आगे
an
से टूट के
expensive
ऐसे
hobby.
हो. Working out. But tailbone, ACL injuries, collarbone, these are all
Cause of racing?
all racing, yeah, all racing. And fortunately nothing has happened at the race. It's always happened at practice.
Are you
Prepping
serious?
up for a race. वही होता है ना. See, what happens is when you're at practice, so you're performing fine, then you push yourself, because you at the race, see actually क्या आता है, you always perform, you practice at 80-90% of your level, and in race you go to 110. वो adrenaline rush वैसा होता है, वो psyche वैसी हो जाती है.
Like a performer on
वैसा
stage,
होता है.
yeah.
तो वो but every practice, because वो 110 को 120 बनाना है, आप उसको प्रैक्टिस में 100 करने की कोशिश करते हैं. एंड दैट इज मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम्स वेयर द एरर्स हैपन. सो जब आप पुश, until you don't push you will not know your boundary. वो भी एक बात है. सो यू आर रिस्किंग इट एंड पुशिंग इट कि यार ये टाइम है ना, थोड़ा और. वो कभी कभार थोड़े और में, बिकॉज ऑफ फटीग, because you're doing it since the entire morning, the entire day, that is when you're
and you're traveling, so you how many times do you travel for your race?
Races तो happen during the seasons. Every weekend there's a race happening.
अच्छा.
I don't race so much now because अब थोड़ा सा मैं उस बात को बहुत ध्यान देता हूँ कि यार बिजनेस एक काम भी है. I have to take care of that also because my job is such as an actor कि अगर आज मैं बीमार हो गया, you cannot go in my place and act.
Absolutely.
Right? But suppose if we were working in this company, CA firm, chartered accountant firm, अगर आज मैं बीमार हो गया, you could have gone, or if you were my colleague, you would have taken my file and completed my work. Acting में वैसा नहीं हो सकता. आपका co-actor, आपका डायरेक्टर, कोई भी आपके लिए मेकअप लगा के डायलॉग बोल के एक्टिंग नहीं कर सकता. So you have to be there in person. So that is one thing about my profession, which I feel. So pushing myself to those limits, और फिर मैं इंजरी की वजह से I'm having down time for 3 days, 4 days. I don't want that. कभी कभार ज़्यादा भी हो जाता है if it's a more severe one. So why put my producer through that? That's wrong.
Absolutely. I think you're also very mentally strong. आप हर चीज़ में ना मेरे को पता है आपके बारे में. You're little ना mentally very extra strong हो. हर चीज़ ना आप ऐसे कैसे कर लेते हो? ये बताओ.
नहीं, सभी करते हैं. मैं कुछ नहीं.
That's not true. They get into depression and mental health issues.
I don't know कैसे कर लेते हैं. I would say यार, I think all of us do it in some way or the other. It's just that you are able to see it in a different light for me. So that's how, you know. But है, तुम भी कर रही हो, मैं भी कर रहा हूँ, वो भी कर रहे हैं, सारे कर रहे हैं. आपका अपने तरफ से रोज़ाना वो जद्दोजहद जारी है सबकी. वो क्योंकि आज मैं कैमरे के सामने बैठ के बात कर रहा हूँ तो शायद मेरा थोड़ा ऐसा निकल गया कि अरे मैं कर सब रहे हैं. कल को वो वड़ा पाव वाला भी जो कोशिश कर रहा है कि यार आज के 100 वड़ा पाव बिकना चाहता है, उसकी भी एक जद्दोजहद है. और सुबह में उठ के उसने कहाँ से पानी भरा है वो मसाला बनाने के लिए, वो सबकी है. तो ऐसा नहीं है कि नहीं है, खुदा ने सबको बांट के दिया है. बट कुछ लोगों का मतलब मौका मिल जाता है बोलने के लिए, तो मुझे लगता है वो सही नहीं है. I think we all are fighting. I just feel very unfortunate and bad for the ones who give up that fight.
Exactly my point.
कुछ केसेस होते थे जो गलत रास्ते पे या कोई गलत तरीके या कुछ करते थे, मुझे उसका बड़ा अफसोस होता है. बट यार खुदा ने हमको बनाया है ऐसे, दिया उसने है, तो वो लड़ने की भी ताकत उसने दी है. तो लड़ के कोशिश तो करो. उसकी ज़ात पे तो भरोसा रखो खुदा की एक बार कि यार वो हो जाएगा. अगर दिया उसने है तो उसको लड़ने की ताकत भी वही देगा या तरीका भी वही निकालेगा.
Very well said. And after all of this that you do, you somehow manage to make sure that you're never missing out on your workout. ये क्या है अभी बताओ, इतना कैसे हो सकता है? Your love for workout is something else. I remember, so we've done shoots together and we've worked together, and then one day I go to my gym and I'm working out and stuff, and I see this boy. He is a rock star in the gym. He's got the swag. He'll come with his like क्या बोलते हैं उसको, ऐसे वाले जो गंजीज होते हैं ना. नहीं, बिल्कुल नहीं. A hot cool guy and he'll keep his bag. और क्या चल रहा है? And then he's doing his workout. And he's religiously going for his workout, huh? In between मैं थोड़ी सी हो गई थी. Then I will become again whatever. And he'll tell me also, फोटो अच्छे नहीं आ रहे तेरे, मोटी लग रही है आजकल. But he has always kept himself fit. Even during the lockdown, I remember you telling me आपने एक छोटा सा जिम बना लिया था घर पे. So what is this craziness for fitness?
There are many reasons to it. एक तो ये है कि मैं एक वक्त में बहुत मोटा था. I've come through that journey and I've lost weight. Lose weight करना बहुत आसान है, उसको मेंटेन करके रखना over years is what is the game all about. एक तो वो चीज़ है. दूसरा, मैं एक्टर हूँ. अगर मैं अपनी उम्र से कम दिखता हूँ या अपनी उम्र का दिखता हूँ तो मेरे लिए हमेशा वो बेहतर ही चीज़ है. मुझे उस किस्म के I can't start looking older than my age, definitely. And if somewhere at times if it's making me look younger, why not? तो ये दूसरा बहुत बड़ा रीज़न है. तीसरा रीज़न ये है कि the sport I do is a very physically enduring sport. Motocross is the most demanding sport. फुटबॉल उसके नीचे आता है. सॉरी, आप लोग हंसेंगे लेकिन ये हकीकत है, गूगल करके देख लीजिए. So I need that kind of a fitness at my age because the people I ride with, they are 21 and 23-year-old boys.
Oh.
जिनको कार्डियो करने की ज़रूरत भी नहीं है, उनकी बॉडी ही वैसी कार्डियो के लिए बनी हुई है. सो फॉर मी टू बी कॉम्पिटेंट एंड इवन फिनिश, नॉट फिनिश बिहाइंड दोज और विद दोज की मैं बात ही नहीं कर रहा हूँ. फॉर मी माई रेस इज फिनिशिंग दोज 10 laps. Fuck! Finishing those 10 laps. मेरे लिए शर्मिंदगी की बात तब होगी जब वो लैप्स मैं ख़त्म नहीं कर पाऊँ. और वो हर बार वो लैप्स को वो इंटेंसिटी पे क्या साला यार बुड्ढे में आज भी दम है.
बुड्ढे में आज भी दम.
Because the
stop making yourself look like you're a Buddha. You're not a Buddha.
I race and ride with are the third generation. उनके चाचाओं और बापों के साथ मैंने रेस चला चुका हूँ. Who were champions earlier and I'm still racing, you know.
Wow.
So for me that is, तो एक वो reason है, my sport is so physically demanding. And fourth is, trust me, इंसान बहुत अच्छा महसूस करता है और बहुत अच्छा दिखता भी है. मैं एक जगह पे ये कहूँगा ना, जब लोग बोलते हैं अरे यू आर बहुत अच्छे लग रहे हो या अच्छे दिखते हो और या कैसे मेंटेन करते हो, मैं आपको उसका नुस्खा आज दे रहा हूँ. एक्सरसाइज है जो ये, दिस इज़ द ओनली प्लेस वेयर आई विल टेक दैट कॉम्प्लीमेंट एंड से दैट यस आई लुक गुड बिकॉज आई वर्क आउट. अदरवाइज इफ़ यू टेल मी ओ यू लुकिंग वेरी नाइस आउटफिट, मैं शायद शर्मिंदा हो जाऊँगा, थोड़ा कॉन्शियस हो जाऊँगा, मुझे समझ में नहीं आएगा उस कॉम्प्लीमेंट को कैसे हैंडल करूँ. बस इस एक मामले में आई विल से दैट यस दिस इज़ वन प्लेस आई विल से दैट I look whatever I look is because I work out and I exercise.
And you diet also?
It depends. If it's specific, like I'll be shooting for something where they want me in a certain, कुछ shots हैं जहाँ पे वो they want me कि वो body एक certain type की दिखे, so I'm working on that. तो but वो मुझे पता है वो 2-2.5 महीने के लिए. But मैं खाता पीता सब कुछ हूँ. मेरे बच्चे ऐसे हैं हुआ सच बिग फूडीज. हम लोग पिज़्ज़ा भी मंगा के खाते हैं, आइसक्रीम भी. और मैं पहले मैं पहले अपने जवानी में बहुत खा चुका हूँ. मैं 6 वड़ा पाव एक टाइम पे खाता था.
वड़ा पाव मंगाओ यार.
हाँ, सो आई हैव ईटन. और आज भी जिस दिन मुझे खाना होता है मैं खाता हूँ. इफ़ आई लाइक समथिंग फ्रॉम अ सर्टेन प्लेस, मैं आज भी काजू कतली का दीवाना हूँ. मैं मतलब आधा किलो काजू कतली ऐसे ही ख़त्म कर दूँगा. मैं राज कचौरी एक और उसके साथ एक लस्सी का ग्लास और पाव किलो काजू कतली ये मेरे लिए ऐसा है, हवा जैसा है मेरे लिए. बट देन व्हेन आई डू दैट, देन फॉर द नेक्स्ट 3 weeks आई एम नॉट डूइंग एनीथिंग ऑफ दैट. सो दैट्स हाउ इट इज़ फॉर मी. सो दैट इज़ हाउ डाइट इज़. एंड लाइक आई सेड कि कुछ स्पेसिफिक उसके लिए कर रहा हूँ तो फिर वैसा आई विल गो ऑन टू समथिंग.
No, it's important because not just because you're an actor, but everybody from every walk of life need to incorporate some kind of workout in their life. And I keep saying that to all my friends and all the people I know. क्योंकि it's so important. It's very important to balance your work and your personal, health and yourself. Do you cook?
Yeah.
What do you cook?
Eggs. No. What I can cook is.
What is the best dish that you can make?
मेरा एक डिश है, बहुत लोग उसको बहुत सारी चीज़ें बुलाते हैं. So I make it out of mixed vegetables, chicken and oats. उसमें ओट्स.
Can you tell us the recipe?
दलिया नहीं, बहुत सिंपल है. आप वो प्याज को भून लीजिए, उसके अंदर मसाले डाल लीजिए, टमाटर डाल लिए उसको, देन यू पुट योर. सो माय मिक्स वेजिटेबल्स आर ब्रोकली, स्पिनच, टमाटर होते हैं, आलू होता है और जुकीनी.
नाइस.
दिस आर माय एंड ग्रीन वेज फ्रेंच बीन्स एंड गाजर.
अच्छा.
ये काट के उसमें डाल देता हूँ, फिर वो उसी मसाले में उसको मिक्स कर देता हूँ, भूनता हूँ. But then I add chicken to it. Now chicken is also marinated, pre-marinated in the sense उसमें चपली कबाब एक चीज़ आती है, उसका मसाला मिलता है. I think शान इज़ द कंपनी. वो चपली कबाब के मसाले में उसको थोड़ी देर रख दीजिए, चिकन को कुछ देर के लिए, then उसी में उसको भून लीजिए उसके साथ. And then add oats, add water, and then that has to. So कितनी बार है ना, वो कभी कभी खिचड़ी की तरह भी टेस्ट करता है.
Oh wow.
It's like a nice thick and it's
healthy खिचड़ा.
It's very healthy and it's yum. ये मैंने लॉकडाउन में एक्चुअली हुआ ये था दैट वी डिडंट हैव मेड्स एंड अम्मी हैड अ लेग इशू सो शी कुडंट गेट अप एंड कुक. और तो आई यूज्ड टू मेक दैट फॉर हर एंड मी. फिर बाद में उन्होंने बंद कर दिया खाना क्योंकि बहुत ही ख़राब है. बट द किड्स यूज्ड टू लव इट. फिर भी कुछ दौरान द किड्स वर विथ मी इन द लॉकडाउन फॉर सम डेज, तो उन लोग खाते थे. एंड इट्स अ कंप्लीट हेल्थ फूड.
राइट.
तो वो है. सो दैट इज़ समथिंग आई कुक रियली वेल. एग्स वगैरह, दाल चावल भी बनाता हूँ जब ज़रूरत पड़ती है. एंड वो क्या है ना, अम्मी को इतनी बार किचन में देखा हुआ है ना, सो यू नो कि वो इसके बाद है ना ये जाता है, ऐसा कुछ जाता है, ऐसा कुछ जाता है. एंड मसाले सारे उन्होंने रखे हुए हैं वहाँ पे एक्सक्लूसिव. जैसे वो क्या ज़ाफ़रान वगैरह होता है और वो कुछ चीज़ें जो वो ट्रायंगल शेप की, क्या बोलते हैं उसको, कस्तूरी मिर्च अलग किस्म की दिखती है. सो ये चीज़ें बहुत अलग. और यू सीन व्हेन यू ईट फूड, यू सीन इट कि यार वो ज़ीरा कैसे दिखता है उसके अंदर, वो क्या दिखता है. सो व्हेन यू आर कुकिंग इट, यू जस्ट लाइक आई सेड, वो दैट विजुअल मेमोरी, योर व्हेन यू आर कुकिंग इट, सो दैट हाँ यार ऐसा कुछ होता है तो मैं ये डाल दूँ क्या उसके अंदर. यू एक्सपेरिमेंट एंड दैट्स हाउ इट्स, दैट इज़ माई प्रोसेस ऑफ.
We are definitely going to try this oats chicken
कोई इसको
खिचड़ा.
दलिया बोलता है, कोई इसको
Dalia,
खिचड़ा बोलता है.
Dalia chicken khichda. We are
मैं
definitely going
उसको
to try.
लपलपा बोलता हूँ.
He calls it laplapa.
हाँ, वो क्योंकि ऐसा एकदम गेदा गेदा एकदम नाइस एंड स्मूदी गोई टाइप्स का होता है वो, बट बहुत लजीज टेस्ट होता है उसका. ज़रूर.
Tell me something about your latest venture, Kennedy.
Oh yes.
How it happened? What happened? How did you meet Anurag sir?
It's all a dream. Somebody bounced my name to him. हमें लगा था कभी इसके बाद कोई कांटेक्ट कुछ, उन्होंने बोला कि हाँ मैंने देखा. That man remembered. Now there are a lot of stories which I got to know later. After 6 months, they called me. I tested for it, and then the film I was selected. Shot the film. फिर उसके बाद उनका सब प्रोसेस वो जो होता है DI वगैरह वो सब, एंड देन इट सडनली हमको एक दिन पता चला. मैं अपना दूसरा रोज़ा था, मैं घर पे था. आई वाज ब्रेकिंग माई फास्ट एंड अ फ्रेंड ऑफ माइन हैड कम ओवर, एंड मैंने अपना रोज़ा खोला, मैं खा रहा हूँ तो वो रोज़ा खुलने का था ना, हालत में ऐसी रहती है कि यार अभी खाना जाएगा पेट में. फिर शुगर बनना शुरू होता है तो यू ऑल द मोर सिंक. तो मैं खा रहा हूँ तो शी गोज़ लाइक, अरे वो आमिर ने वो जो फिल्म की है ना अनुराग सर की कैनेडी, वो कैन फिल्म फेस्टिवल में जा रही है. तो मैं ऐसा खजूर खा रहा हूँ, मैं उसको तो देख रहा हूँ. अच्छा वो सॉरी, बट जैसे रोज़े में ना, बिकॉज ऑफ दैट हंगर एंड एवरीथिंग ना, यू टेंड टू गेट अ लिटिल इरिटेटेड वेरी इजीली. होता है, वो रोज़ा लग जाता है इंसान, और मुझे हर एक रोज़ा लगता है. तो मैं ऐसा खा रहा हूँ, मैं उसको ऐसे देख रहा हूँ. क्या इन्होंने क्या 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 बोला कि लाइक कैनेडी इज गोइंग टू कैन. And I was like, नहीं तो मजाक कर रही हो क्या? She's like, yeah, Kennedy is being featured at Cannes Film Festival. I didn't know what to say. अच्छा समझ में नहीं आ रहा. I was like, oh okay, and I'm asking her, so I'll call Anurag sir. I should call him. मैं अभी रोज़ा खुलता हूँ, नमाज़ पढ़ के I'll call him. Should I put him a message और ये सब ये वो सब, ये कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा. 2 दिन तो हम लोग उसी में बैठे थे. फिर तीसरे दिन हुआ, अरे फिल्म कैन जा रही है तो हमें भी तो जाना है, हम भी तो हिस्सा हैं. यू नो, इट्स नॉट दैट गोइंग टू कैन इज नॉट लाइक सिर्फ हीरो हीरोइन जा रहे हैं. यू नो, कैन ऐसा इवेंट है जिसमें पूरा, एंड आई रियलाइज लाइक विद अस, इवन द सेकेंड यूनिट डायरेक्टर्स, द फर्स्ट ADs, द अदर ADs, all of them came.
Oh,
the entire gang goes, because Cannes is not Cannes, it's a big thing, it's a big achievement. So the entire team celebrates it. जो भी आ सकता है, जिसके लिए भी मुनासिब है, they all want to, because it's a lifetime experience. Your film going for a Cannes Film Festival doesn't happen every other year. You never know next time कभी मौका मिले या नहीं. मेरे लिए मेरा सबसे बड़ा achievement in acting is my film being featured at the Cannes Film Festival at the Grand Theatre Lumiere, where it was played.
You told me
Grand Theatre Lumiere is not a theatre that gives gives you a view,
right,
gives you a opportunity to play a film. तो किसी को नहीं, ऐसे किसी को नहीं देता. So there are many theatres. If you go to Cannes, वहाँ पे बहुत सारे theatres.
Okay.
Grand Theatre Lumiere is the theatre.
Okay.
So all those films,
biggies.
You get, so if you're getting a red carpet, मतलब आपको red carpet का red carpet मिला है.
Whoa.
So that is what, because, and these things we realize over a period of time, that क्योंकि जब बात हो रही थी, and we're sitting and talking to Anurag sir, and he's saying that, you know, ग्रैंड थिएटर पता है, यू नो, ऐसा है, या कोई और आके सामने बोल रहा है दैट, यू नो, यू गाइज आर प्रीमियरिंग एट ग्रैंड थिएटर लूमियर, एंड इट्स नॉट लाइक एनी अदर थिएटर ओवर देयर, एंड वी वर लाइक, फक, दिस इज बिग. सो वो
How
इज्जत
was
अफजाई
experience? And
एक्सपीरियंस इज क्रेजी. वो तो एक्चुअली मिनट्स में हो जाता है क्योंकि वो कार्ल्टन होटल है, दे टेक यू ओवर देयर, फिर वहाँ से उनकी खुद की गाड़ियाँ हैं, वो पूरा ऑन्टराज जाता है, दे कम, यू गेट डाउन, देन दे टोल्ड यू एवरीथिंग, यहाँ पे इतना इतना, यहाँ पे ऐसा ऐसा ऐसा. वो यूँ ख़त्म हो जाता है और वो इतना एक्साइटिंग होता है ना कि वो यूँ ख़त्म होने वाला यूँ ख़त्म हो जाता है
really?
बिकॉज you're living there ना, खत्म. ऑफ कोर्स वो पूरा, फिर उसके बाद हम लोग अंदर गए, अंदर अपलॉज मिला, फिल्म देखी, फिर उसके बाद स्टैंडिंग ओवेशन मिला, वो पूरा है. बट वो पूरा वो ना वैसे जुप फास्ट फॉरवर्ड में पूरी रील निकल जाती है. So
there were a lot of photographers clicking you and
वो तो
you know
Paps,
that
वो हर
that
रेड
craziness.
पैप्स तो वो हर रेड कार्पेट के लिए रहते हैं. वो
Okay.
वो वहाँ का तरीका ही वही है. वो पैप्स खुद आते हैं. वो क्या एजेंसी है, रॉयटर्स, और वो एक दूसरा है क्या, इमेज, like they are big, and like my picture was there, was which I Getty Images. I wanted to, because I wanted so this is a joke. So I said यार मुझे मेरी जो पिक्चर जाएगी ना मेरे सोशल मीडिया पे, जहाँ पे मैं कैन के रेड कार्पेट में खड़ा हूँ, सो इट हैज़ टू बी अ नाइस पिक्चर, लाइक अ नाइस शार्प कड़क पिक्चर. उसको होता है ना, लाइट वाइट बहुत अच्छे से आ रही है, कपड़े अच्छे दिख रहे हैं. तो आई सेड यार मैं ना हाईएस्ट रेजोल्यूशन वाली ख़रीदूँगा. वो यार आई थिंक इट वाज हाउ मच, 32,000 और समथिंग लाइक दैट फॉर वन पिक्चर. एंड आई वाज लाइक यार 32,000 रुपये में एक पिक्चर का नहीं देने वाला, बहुत पैसे है. देन समबडी टोल्ड मी, आई सेड भाई साहब, बोले वो जो वाटर मार्क है ना, आप वो इस्तेमाल कीजिए, बिकॉज दैट इज़ अ बिगर प्लेटफॉर्म. टुडे इफ आई पुट अ पिक्चर यू विल से पता नहीं, बट टुडे इफ आई पुट अ पिक्चर फ्रॉम गेटी, इट्स दैट गेटी हैज़ योर पिक्चर लिस्ट, दैट मीन्स यू एक्चुअली जेन्युइनली वर देयर. That is a documented fact. So this is a tip, sorry, pro tip.
No, that's...
So you use a Getty image because Getty is holding your image. So they are authenticating it that this guy was here. So yeah, so the paps are there. तो उनका काम है क्योंकि
And
उनका
your clothes and all? What did you do?
Styled it on my own. Fortunately my wardrobe has always been such के यार उसमें से मैं हाथ डालूँ तो कुछ ना कुछ निकल जाता है. मैं करना कुछ और चाह रहा था, बट देन वहाँ पे बहुत रिस्ट्रिक्शन नहीं है, उनका एक तरीका है. यू आप खुले गले में नहीं जा सकते, यू हैव टू हैव बंद गला विद अ बो टाई और अ टाई. शूज़ आपके एक सर्टन टाइप के होने चाहिए, एंड यू हैव टू वेयर अ डिनर जैकेट. यू कैंट वेयर अ ब्लेजर एंड डेनिम्स. ऑन अ रेड कार्पेट दे विल नॉट अलाउ.
Okay.
Yes. So I went for another screening also, and I went for that red carpet because we were invited for the other one. तो उसमें भी मैंने सोचा मैं थोड़ा स्टाइलिश हो जाता हूँ, तो मैंने क्या किया, वो शर्ट को खुला रख के अंदर मफलर ऐसे करके चले गया.
Nice.
So that guy he said sorry. उनके पास बोस पड़ी रहती है, प्लीज़ ऐसे उठा के और लगा दिया मेरे को. So I was like wow, that's you know that's so cool. मतलब उनका एक सर्टन डेकोरम है, एक सर्टन ड्रेस कोड है, तो आपको उसी तरीके से जाना है.
And when is the movie now we are going to manage to see it? Or
They were saying November, so we are hoping for the same.
wow.
So
I just want to congratulate you. Your journey from DD.
DD to Cannes.
Can you imagine? It's beautiful. It's incredible. What are the new projects that you're working on?
There's a show for Sony Live, and that's like that is there. That's the only thing which I can talk about right now.
Right.
चीज़ें हैं, बट आई बिलीव यार वो जब तक मैं वहाँ पहुँच ना जाऊँ ना, करना शुरू ना कर दूँ, तो मैं क्यों इसको पकड़ूँ. जैसे कल मेरी शूट है और मुझे पता है मैं कल जाने ही वाला हूँ क्योंकि कॉल टाइम भी आ चुका है, आई कैन से हाँ वो नेक्स्ट प्रोजेक्ट कर रहा हूँ. अदरवाइज आई डोंट लाइक टॉकिंग. मुझे लगता है वो शुरू हो जाए फिर उसके बाद.
Nice. So we've had such lovely conversations. Now we're getting to our favorite segment, which is being honest with Ankkitha.
देखो ये रैपिड फायर में ना झूठ बोलना ये तो
Rapid
वाजिब
fire
है.
है ही नहीं. Rapid fire is when you are like answering fat. Take your time, no problem. But you have to be honest. Okay, wire for Dharma. If you have to choose to work with.
अनुराग कश्यप.
Aww. That तो है. Okay, चलो. I need to be biased with him, but wire for Dharma.
यार तुम ऐसे सब सवाल और फिर तुम कैसे फंसा रही हो.
कहाँ फंसा क्यों रही हूँ? कुछ भी आप. Okay, be diplomatic. चलो.
दोनों भाई, दोनों,
Got you.
दोनों क्योंकि दोनों both have YRF is Yash ji and that lineage. Dharma is different, the kind of body of work. I mean, it's like saying ना कि example ले रहा हूँ, आप अमिताभ बच्चन वाले रोल्स करना चाहेंगे या आप विनोद खन्ना वाले रोल्स करना चाहेंगे? Like how can you can't say that no मैं जो both are like institutions that यार ये मैं
Fine. Not a good answer, but
Dharma,
fair enough.
Karan Johar and that lineage and his father, I mean, what they've created, it's crazy. How could you, I mean, मैं मतलब एग्जामिनेशन में बोलूँ नहीं मेरे को देना ही नहीं, छोड़ दो मैं जा रहा हूँ. नहीं chuck it यार, I don't want to answer.
Okay, Malaika Arora Khan और Nora Fateh.
Malaika, अरे anytime Malaika.
चलो कहीं तो आपने कह दिया. Okay, one quote that signifies you. Aamir Dalvi.
जिस्म उसका, हुस्न भी उसका, और रातें तेरी हरा.
Nice one. So one rumor you've heard about yourself and it's true.
True.
It's been a rumor and it's true, and one that is not true.
रूमर इस किस्म से कहते हैं ना, मैंने बहुत लोगों से सुना है कि अरे यार वो है ना बहुत गुस्सेल है, बहुत सेट पे रहता है ना, मतलब उसके दायरे में तो घुसना ही नहीं, फाड़ के रख देगा, उसके मेकअप रूम में आप घुस नहीं सकते, और सेट पे ही इज़ अ टेरर. ये बात सही है, बट मैं टेरर अपने दायरे में हूँ, मतलब व्हेन आई हैव सेड दैट आई विल स्लीप नाउ, आप कोई भी सॉरी बट चूतियापंती लेके मेरे पास नहीं आ सकते. I have come to socialize. Fuck you, go socialize with your own ass. मैं नहीं सॉरी बट वो मेरा दायरा है, मैं उधर काम करने आया हूँ, या मैं सेट पे अगर कुछ कर रहा हूँ, मैं एक सीन में इन्वॉल्व हूँ, उसमें मैं खिकी खुकू नहीं कर सकता, क्योंकि मुझे एक तो ये दिस इज़ माई प्रोफेशन, मुझे उसके पैसे दिए जा रहे हैं एंड आई लव माई आर्ट, तो मैं उसमें आई कैन नॉट डिविएट लाइक दैट.
राइट.
तो ये तरीके का रूमर है, बट वो गलत रूमर है, बट वो सही भी है. मैं हूँ, आई एम दैट टेरर, आई एम समबडी हु विल नॉट टेक एनी काइंड ऑफ बुलशिट. हाँ, कि अगर मैंने बोल दिया है, मतलब आप मुझे जस्टिफाई कीजिए ना, अगर आप बोल रहे हैं कि आज हम काम लेट करेंगे, थोड़ा 1 घंटा रुक सकते हैं, अब मुझे जस्टिफाई कीजिए क्या मसला है, कल आपके पास जगह नहीं है, या वो आर्टिस्ट चले जा रहा है, या क्या है. अब खाली पीली बेवकूफ़ी तो फिर वो अंदर शैतान क्या शेर जागता है मेरे. So I would say yeah, that is a rumor, and otherwise.
One celebrity you want to work with?
Oh, so many of them, yeah. But one celebrity I would want to work. Male, female, कोई भी ऐसा चले.
Male, female, दोनों बोल दो.
इरफान भाई के साथ काम करने का मौका मिल जाता तो.
I've worked with him. It was beautiful. He's as chill as we are. He was so warm, nice, and it was his own production, so it was an honor.
तो एक वो है, और रॉबर्ट डिनेरो के साथ एक बार.
ओहो,
अरमान है, मतलब उनके साथ सीन बाकायदा फिल्म मिल जाए तो नथिंग लाइक इट, जहाँ पे बहुत सारा इंटरेक्शन का मौका मिले, बट एक प्रॉपर अगर एक कुछ एंड वेयर एज एन आर्टिस्ट ऑल्सो आई कैन मोर देन doing anything. Of course, I would love to do a lot with him in a scene, but learn, and see his process and.
Interesting. Same day payment or better treatment?
दोनों, और बाद में एक और पेमेंट भेजने का.
Okay, shout out to your favorite co-actor.
Favorite co-actor. सोचना पड़ रहा है, मतलब सोचो कि हमारी एक बहुत अजीज दोस्त है करिश्मा मोदी.
Of course.
She's my very good friend also, so I would give her a shout out.
She's amazing. She too is such a strong woman. My God, hats off to her. And shout out to one of your fans. Any special fan who's gone crazy over you, who's been there, who's always.
हाँ, Yeah, I hope you're hearing this, Mariam. There's a girl called Mariam Ayeesha. She's from, I think, Bangalore. बहुत स्वीट लड़की, शपथ के टाइम से उस वक्त तो बहुत छोटी थी. She might be like 14-15 and she was this kid in school who used to watch शपथ. Now she must be grown up. I'm talking about almost 10 years back. So this is for you, Mariam.
Oh.
And ऐसे बहुत सारे हैं, but you know there are some fans who have been consistent भी होते हैं, plus you know they've connected with you somewhere and their approach also is very pleasant and you know कभी कभार and they've I don't know वो एक time होता है जहाँ पे आप वो they catch on to you.
Yeah.
It's all I think that's how it is always.
Yeah.
Fans आपके जैसे मैं भी बहुतों का fan हूँगा.
Yeah.
But किसी एक बहुत बड़े like celebrity का एक कोई fan होगा जिसका कुछ लेना देना नहीं होगा, but वो होगा, वो एक ना they probably just latch on to you at the right time. It's just that.
That's
Mariam.
sweet. So we've got some pretty good answers. The ones that you were diplomatic, we'll be like, fine, fair enough,
So
understandable.
when does that happen after I go? I should also know, no?
Thank you. This is for
Thank
you. And here's a small little thing for you.
Thank you. That's very
You were
sweet.
pretty honest with me, but you're always honest with me. ऐसे तो मुझे पता है, like ऐसे कभी झूठ तो बोलते नहीं हो. एक आध जगह मैंने ऐसे पकड़ लिया था कभी कभार लाइफ में. मैंने बोला क्या हो रहा है बताओ ज़रा. And you try to ignore me. बताता हूँ बाद में.
हाँ वो नहीं, उस वक्त बस यही होता है कि there are a lot of things in my life I don't like to talk about because उसमें मुझे लगता है कि कुछ गूदा है नहीं उस वक्त. तो वो बात कुछ बने, जैसे अगर मैं कुछ चीज़ का हाँ या ना भी जो बोल रहा हूँ, I should have a concrete reply for it.
So yeah, we hope to see you more
Yes.
on social media so we can have more access to you and your life.
ज़रूर.
And thank you very much.
Thank you and thank you team.
I'm sure आप लोग को बहुत मजा आया होगा इस एपिसोड में. If you have loved the episode, please like, comment, share, subscribe and don't forget to press the bell icon.